the stream back? My stream fucking crashed just now. It should be back now. It should be back now. Nice. Nice. Absolutely lovely. Professional stream. Clearly. It was off for 1 second? Okay. I just stopped and restarted personally because I was just like, oh god, it's doing the thing again. Yeah. Like I said, I'm not being disconnected at all, so it's clearly not on my end. Oh god, the ads. This is why people need to get ad blockers, people. Or subscribe. Just saying. No, I'm kidding. Don't subscribe. Don't waste your money on me. But yeah, no, it's, yeah. Twitch just be like that. There was another dwarf picture I had my eyes on, I think it was like somewhere up here. Is there a portrait for human with bald head and beard? There's probably quite a few. Given, like, how big this fucking screen is. This entire list is. My god, just look how many portraits there are. There's so many portraits. There's so many portraits. There's a long list. If you have your own picture, you can send it to me. I can, like, just make my own, actually. I think I'll pick this one, actually. With the dwarf on the donkey. Unless I can find another alchemist-looking dwarf. Yeah, there's plenty of bald dudes with beards here in the monk section, actually. That's the one that I picked. I recall there was another one that I thought was interesting somewhere up here. DM or Pathfinder channel? I guess, like, DMs or Pathfinder channel or tabletop channel. It doesn't really matter. Let me see if I can find. Where was the one pick? I had one in mind. I could have sworn it was up here. There you go. Stuff like this one was also in my mind for picking my main character, or this one, which was literally like holding potions and stuff. But I think I like this one. He has a little dragon! Little, like, reptile-looking thing. I'm taking this one, actually. The dragon sealed it for me. Let me go back to, like... I still want to pick an alchemist class, but I'm not gonna pick instant synthesizer. Metal, why would you waste your money on me? Thank you, Metal, for gifting a sub to Azrael. Which means they won't have to deal with ads anymore. Thank you very much. I hope they like the emotes, at least. Let me see if I can, like, figure out... I think what I wanted to pick was Chirurgeon afterwards as well. Because I was just like, I did not like the instant synthesizer, actually. So I'm just like, you know what, I'll pick this one, which is, like, more focused on healing.
Metalka Etschen 90 gifted a tier 1 sub to Azrael_of_Avalon. They have given 178 gift subs in the channel.
Hello, Space Girl, as well. On your way to your corporate hell job. There was another one that actually had my interest. I think it was in Wizard. I think. Or Sorcerer. Probably Sorcerer, actually. No, it was in Wizard. It was in Wizard. Which is like a class of Wizard that uses, where is it? Arcane Bomber. There you go. It's a Wizard, but it still gets bombs. Which was another one that had... Yeah, I'm remaking my character. Because I didn't like the variant of Alchemist that I picked. This one is like half wizard, half alchemist. Or I could go for the alchemist that's like focusing on healing. I'm also going to make characters as well. So if chat has like requests, I can make as many as I want because I can just cheat in the money to make them. And like my idea was to make only custom characters for this playthrough. Let's see, you know what, I think I will pick Wizard. Well, what is the base attack bonus for these? It's like 10-5 versus Alchemist, which is like 15-10-5. You know what, no, I'll pick Alchemist after all. Yeah, I'll pick Alchemist after all. Dwarf. Male. Male dwarf. Basic male dwarf. There was also one that I completely missed here, which is the Alkenstar Alchemist. I don't have time to stop for coffee. My boss is gonna kill me. I love Frog in a Car. I love Frog in a Car. And Frog in a Spin as well is fantastic. This one has like a bonus to use intelligence instead of dexterity while attempting trickery checks. And also gets a bonus to damage with all alchemist bombs and alchemist items. So yeah, that's another reason why I wanted that. Let me just lower my stats again to the stats that I had before, which was all dexterity, all intelligence, a little bit of constitution. That's what I picked last time. There we go. Hello K-Style, which alert do you want me to play? Okay, 1 second, the follow alert. I kept this tab open this time. Never mind. It's actually not letting me fucking open it. Oh boy. Oh great. How do I... Oh no. Yeah, it's not letting me just play it anymore. Oh, for fuck's sake. What is the origin of Frog in a Car? Frog in a Car is from Mutta Tree, which was an old RPG for the Game Boy Advance, a sequel to Earthbound. Stream elements. Oh god, 1 second. Give me a bit, K-Style. Let me go into my dashboard. It might be because it... Yeah, it might be because it unlogged me out. Where are my overlays? 1 second. I need to play the alert real quick. There you go.
Thank you, Alyssa.
There you go.
Thank you.
Thank you.
K-Style.
Goodbye, Meg.
Hope you're having a lovely
Goodbye,
day
Mr.
today.
Norton. Goodbye. Goodbye.
Thank you for redeeming that, I guess.
Goodbye.
Right, I believe I was picking these myself. Okay. Which is like all the various lore and intelligence things, I believe. And magic device as well, because magic device is OP as fuck. What was I picking last time for this? I forget what I was picking for feats. To be perfectly honest. I think it was point blank shot, actually, what I picked. Because, like, my idea was, like, a character that's, like, a dwarf alchemist that uses, like, machine and gadgets and whatnot. Like an inventor kind of dealio. That was my thought for this character. Cogs in a machine. Easier to replace than repair. Not worth anything to them, says the frogs in a car. I might need more milk for this coffee, actually. It's incredibly bitter. What was the spells that I picked again last time? Right, I can take all of them. Never mind. Because I have, like, everything. Yeah, 1 second. I'm trying to do this as quickly as possible, kind of dealio. I think I picked myself, like, true neutral.
Don't know, don't care.
There you go, the magnificent dwarf voice. And I think I'll still keep the name Wolfram. And since I'm never good at picking birthdays for like custom characters, I just always pick my own birthday.
Not that I care.
Alright, 1 second. Let me change my character's appearance as well. So I have the correct color of beard. Kind of important side. Tempted to get into this game. Is it up there with... What is DOS 2 again? That sounds familiar. I'm not very good with abbreviations, Mr. Neon Marshman. Personally, I quite like this game because it's very much like tickles the nerd within me and the build maker within me, where I could spend hours in the character creator. Divinity Original Sin. I have a friend, Chanitid, who's played both this game and Kingmaker, and also Divinity Original Sin. And he says he loved them, and they're both, like, equally as good as each other. So, if my words cannot, like, be, you know, taken, because I don't recall my playthrough of Divinity Original Sin, then take his, which is yes, I would say it's pretty good. He said that it's pretty good. About as good as Divinity Original Sin kind of dealio. I recall. Let me see if I can like. What is the hairstyle? It's like long hair. Okay. Not that it particularly matters, but you know, I am a vain man and appearances matter for me. Okay, there we go. What was the color of the... Yeah, it's green. Green color for the clothes. Dark green. There we go.
I'm not touching that.
There we go. I quickly respect my character just now. I think that's good enough. Yeah, I now I need to like re-level him. I forgot. Can I just like back out? No, it's not. It's not letting me back out. I can't just pick later, can I? Of course not. Let me just like put my levels into alchemy and do this as quickly as possible. So, like I said, I still want to make a playthrough with only custom characters. So I could use recommendations or character ideas from chat. You know, I'm actually gonna grab this. I believe I picked Explosive Bomb actually last time. So I probably should do that again. It's gonna be a little annoying. You kind of have a build in head. Was it sneaky character? If you have a picture as well, you can send it to me, and I could probably put it in a game. I just have to like go and edit the size myself, which is a little annoying sometimes. There we go. Precise shot, very important for anybody that's not gonna be in the middle of combat. There we go. Okay. Does anyone have a character they want me to make? Because I don't want to use... I want to see what a playthrough is like with only custom characters. So, I could use, like, first come, first serve kind of deal. I can have as many as I want, technically, since I'm just going to cheat into money, so I can make them. Because then that also lets me have interaction with chat. It's kind of like when doing a Pokemon Nuzlocke. If you name your Pokemon but after, like, people in chat, people come in more often to see their character in-game. It's interaction with chat. Some kind of robe. You mean like a monk's robe, or do you mean like a mage robe? Yeah, this definitely need more sugar. 1 second. I'll be right back in a hot second. I should keep my sugar in my room, logically speaking. Oh, there you go. I just picked the entire box. I see TC Paget remembers my Dark Souls 2 builds. Mage would be better. Okay, I believe they're like an order of like classes over here. In the custom list, the giant custom list. So I'm guessing a human character is what you wanted. Let's see, these are like archers and stuff. Yeah, they're in order of like classes. There's one that looks like Link from Breath of the Wild, but like mature and stuff. There's mages, I think. Or cloaked or hooded figures. No, I think those are rogues, actually. Those are barbarians. You could tell just from the picture. Druids. Dwarves, more druids. I think we're in spell sword territory now. Druids! No, not druids, sorry. I was just playing Mystery of the Druid the other day. Nobody wants to know about that. I see Space Transgull quite like frog in a car. Can't say I blame you. Okay, there we go. I think we're getting closer to like mages and whatnot. This is all spell swords though. Okay, now I'm back in knights now. There's the DS3 guy. I like seeing, like, artwork and I'm like, oh, I recognize what game this is from. I like that. There's, like, so many different witches. Okay, there we go. That's, I think that's an Eldori Sword Lord, actually. This is supposed to look like a samurai. There's another Witcher. There's like 20 million of those. The problem with having such a big list is that, there we go, I think I found like clerics and mages here. Okay, any of these like jump out at you? I think those are clerics specifically. I think you said bald with a robe and a beard. Definitely in the cleric section, actually, come to think of it. Let me scroll a little further down, see if I can find, like, actual mages. They're pretty interchangeable, let's be honest. You'll take a screenshot? Okay, you tell me. Ruin Helm. Yeah, it's very easy to, like, notice when you're just like, hey, I know what game this is from. I like that. Are we in mages territory yet? No, this is rogues. I'm pretty sure they're in order of classes. I think we're in the kineticists section now. Yeah, this is definitely kineticists. Still kind of works, though. Maybe I should not have downloaded this pack and just gotten the pictures myself. Okay, I've been pinged. Oh god, okay. Let me scroll back up, see if I can find it. Oh god, okay. I'm pretty sure I've gone way past it. Oh boy. Having a screenshot of where in the list it is would also be nice. If you still got, like, the screenshot of the entire page. Like, if it was around the middle or not. It was on the left. Okay, I'll keep an eye out on the left. Was it around the clerics part? Was it this one? I think that was this one. Yeah, that was this one that you picked. But he's, like, wearing a pretty heavy suit of armor, though. I personally adore hammers, but I can understand why some people don't like them. Can't say I blame you. I guess I'll go back to where I was in the list, which was down here where all the mages are. There we go. It's hard to find, like, a young mage, given that, like, most mages are usually stereotypical as hell. So it's always like, old wizard with the beard! Kinda like this. They can look really cool, though, despite having weirdly shaped heads. The one with the white eyes, this one, you like this one? He looks very evil, but it's fine, we're all a little bit evil, sometimes. You want this one? Okay. Alright, what kind of build did you have in mind? Was it like a sneak mage kind of deal? Because I remember you were talking about sneak... sorry. When you were interested in the game, you mentioned sneaky, like, characters. Primary mage, okay. Let's see. There's like a couple variants of mage, though, is the thing. There's like your regular old wizard with intelligence. One with sneaking abilities, okay. Backstabbing. I'm trying to think of, like, an archetype. You could very easily probably go for... Hold on. Where is it? Arcane Trickster is, like, one that's, like... Mastery of magic. Let me see. Which, it requires either Arcanist or Witch, specifically. Elemental Mage sounds like Witch, but like the variant of Witch that's like... Elemental Witch. There we go. Yeah, where you just get to the Elemental Ray that's just basically just 1d6 of energy damage plus 1d6 of additional damage for every 3 level of Witch. So it's just like, just a regular old pew-pew that you just get for free. And that 11th level, you can get another one. Arcane Trickster is a class with only 10 levels, but also requires... What are the requirements for this thing? Trickery, Mobility, Sneak Attack 2. Ugh, actually. But is he sneaky? I mean, yes. It requires, like, sneak attacks to even get into this class. So it's either Witch... Let me see, is there a class of Witch or Arcanist that has sneak attacks by default? Just, like, glancing through real quick. What is this? Leyline. Hex Channeler. Hagbound. Hagbound is tempting. But that's strength, though. That's not dexterity. Yeah, you can absolutely mix classes. That's kind of why I really like Pathfinder, personally, is because of all the mixing of the classes. Is there a variant of Arcanist? Because you need either Arcanist or Witch to get into Arcane Trickster. Is there one that just has, like, sneak attack by default? No. So you'd have to mix into a rogue class. No matter what, you're gonna have to mix into some kind of rogue class in order to get Sneak Attack 2 before joining into Arcane Trickster. Right? Let me check to make sure. It requires Sneak Attack level 2. Minimum. And the ability to cast Arcane Spell of the 2nd level. Arcane casting, selects an arcane spellcasting class. Okay. So do you want to start as a wizard or do you want to start as a rogue? Either will work. It's just like which one do you want to start with first. You know the game and how it works? Choose what's bet. You don't... Yeah, I know the game and how it works. I would think... Hold on. I should be able to pick Arcane Trickster with, like... It only says Arcanist and Witch, but I'm guessing there is probably one. Wizard because of the portrait. Yeah, probably. I was thinking actually Witch. But, like, specifically Stigmatized Witch. Because I already am a character with, like, high intelligence. So just to, like, add a little bit more around... I was thinking, what about Stigmatized Witch, which is like a charisma-based witch? Which I thought was interesting. It's literally just a regular witch, except that it scales using charisma instead of intelligence. And casts spells spontaneously. That was my thought. Just to have access to like different ability schools and different abilities. As low charisma as possible for you. I know the feeling. I am also very, very ugly. So... I might respec later, but I'm kind of hoping that, like... any arcane class would work. There's probably a rogue variant that's, like... magic-centric, I think. Oh, there's actually one that's like casting potions and stuff as well. Let's see. Sylvan Trickster. Does it get the ability? No, it's a trickster. It's not like actually a mage. Eldritch Scoundrel gets mage abilities, gets spells. On top of being a rogue. What did you say you needed again, Arcane Trickster? You need... the ability to cast 2nd level arcane spells. So an Eldritch Scoundrel. Which means, like, no armor, basically. Oh god, that's terrible. But, like, no basic, armor. Like, from the get-go. If it was possible to use Charisma, then I could go for, like, Bard or something, because it's technically arcane spells. But using Charisma, though. Because Bards use their unattainable sex appeal. Yeah, Eldritch Scandal sounds like the most appropriate for you. The Sneak Mage that you get, like, in Skyrim, that everyone uses, where you sneak around with a bow and cast spells, because everyone plays Skyrim like that. Okay, level 2 arcane spells are only available at level 4 of Eldritch Scandal, which is fine. That's fine. Plus, you also get, like, sneak attacks. So that's like, you don't have to multi-class into, like, a bunch of shit. You could just, like, get these two. Okay, let me actually, like, take a screenshot of the requirements. Because I keep forgetting these. And, like, paste it here. There you go. Just so I can remember. Let's see, Eldritch Scoundrel in Rogue. Like, the actual special classes are, like, very awkward to get into, because they're like, oh yeah, you need, like, Trickery 4, Mobility 4, Sneak Attack level 2, the ability to cast arcane spells of 2nd level, and Knowledge Arcana level 4 as well. So, yeah, okay. It's just really, like, hard to remember everything. No bows, if possible, only a dex weapon. That's good, because that's exactly what rogues get, which is Weapon Finesse, where you use dexterity instead of strength to deal damage. Okay, let's see. What race now? Probably a male, I'm guessing. Since you're a dude, most of the time that's the case. Although there's a lot of dudes on the internet that like their female characters, what am I saying? Human dude, specifically. Not even half-elf. Just like straight up human. A human man. Me, whenever I play a fantasy RPG, I hate picking human. Because I'm just like, oh, it's just so generic. Everyone's a human. What's their backstory? Just give me, like, a random backstory. And then I'll try to, like, go for approximatively, like, the closest thing. The only part that sucks about, like, Eldritch Scoundrel is that it doesn't get access to, like, armor at all. Like, it's completely naked, all wearing robes, just like a regular wizard. Which is not great. Wanderer sounds okay, Street Urchin too. Yeah, but it's like there's different variants of it, and then they have their bonuses on top. So it's like there's Wanderer, but then it's like, oh, you're a hermit, where you've been, like, using clubs and whatnot. Half-elf? Health? Yes. There's a lot of different variants of stuff. There's a lot of backstories. There's a lot of backstories. Street Urchin and Pickpocket might be, like, what you're looking for. Alternatively, also, like, daggers, punching daggers. Street Urchin is, like, Acrobat, which is, like, throwing axes. Which, you know, I do like throwing axes, I will say. Adds Trickery and Mobility to the list of your class skills. Also becomes proficient with throwing axes. Mugger is like daggers, punching daggers, and a kukri. You also add Persuasion to your list of class skills. And Pickpocket, finally, is Trickery and Stealth to list of class skills. And also +2 to all initiative, so you're more likely to start first when the fighting starts. Do you get daggers by default? I guess that's a dagger is a simple weapon, right? Yeah, that you basically get dagger already. Not kukri though. Pretty sure punching daggers and kukris are like not simple weapons. That's like all you can wield is simple weapons when you pick this one. Normally, Rogue would also get the ability to wear like armor. Light armor, but that's not even an option here. Not even light armor is available. So you're thinking Pickpocket? Dagger thingy. Story was like, he was poor, lived on the street, met a mage that fought him things. That sounds about right. Like, maybe you were trying to steal from the mage, but then obviously he caught you. And he was like, I sense something. Yes, it seems that you have the power within you. And then that's how he was like, he was just like, he didn't have any apprentices of his own, so he just like grabbed you, kind of dealio. That sounds good, right? So I'm guessing no strength at all is what you would like prefer. This is like long after the fact. He looks pretty old now. Personally, I would like have high dex, high intelligence, no charisma. Dex, int, and wisdom. Wisdom is like not particularly useful for you here, but it is like for saving throws. Like let's say somebody's trying to like mind control you. Wisdom is like your defense against that kind of dealio. But other than that, you're not really using the wisdom for much here. Int and dex sounds about right. Guessing all in the dex. Since you're a human as well, you can actually pick like what you want to put a +2 into. Oh dear, why would people follow this? Thank you for following Siri83.
Goodbye,
That's very
mate.
nice of you.
Goodbye, Mr.
Thank you.
Norton. Goodbye.
I'm surprised anybody's showing up for these streams, honestly. Int? I'm guessing int, yeah. I still have 1 point, so I guess... No, that's not really making a dent into anything, so HP might be more preferable. Constitution's not great, but you know, it's your HP stat, so some people, a lot of people care about it. I care about it. Let me see. What if I do this? Can I... Yeah, actually. That's like 1 extra point. But yeah, thank you for following. If you want some background noise, I never stop talking when I play these, which I guess is like one of the biggest issue for a lot of, like, point and click, or like D&D-esque games, is a lot of people are very quiet during it. I'm quiet when people are talking, but since I'm gonna be using mercs for the entire playthrough, I will be doing the majority of the talking, I suppose. Okay, this seems like a good stat spread. So you're not, like, completely fragile as hell, but you also got very high everything. After a couple levels, you can put 1 point into, like, stuff. So it's like putting 1 point into dex, 1 point into int, and, like, round it out, and then, like, focus on intelligence later, I'm guessing? Because you want to be more mage than rogue, right? I think? I'm guessing? Let's see. What are skills that I don't have myself? I have absolutely no athletics. With class what class am I playing? What are the 5 mercs? I don't have... This is the first merc I'm making. I picked Alchemist. Specifically. And I wanted to use crossbows. So... Yeah, that was my plan. And then I would ask chat like, okay, what are some characters you guys want me to make? Kind of dealio. Which is why I'm like getting a lot of inputs from Xeods right now. Yeah, I went for Alchemist, high intelligence kind of dealio. And high dexterity. What is trickery? Trickery is like, your ability to perform tasks that require fine manipulation. Also known as pickpocketing people or disarming traps, which is always something that's very... Personally, I have a backstory that lets me use my intelligence for that. Mythic Path will, Mythic Path, I'm actually not sure. I'm gonna be perfectly honest. I only played the first chapter of this game. I played all of Pathfinder Kingmaker, but I only played the first chapter of this, so I'm not sure. From my experience in Kingmaker, it's absolutely doable to do an entire playthrough with mercs. But yeah, I'm not familiar with the Mythic Path at all in this. Trickery is what Side does when the stream starts playing Mr. the Druids and turns into Pathfinder. Yes. I already have a backstory myself that allows me to use my intelligence for trickery, which is why my stats is very high for trickery. Yeah, I think it's probably best if, like, I put the points into... Since you have such high intelligence, you've got 6 points to put everywhere. That's more than me. It's probably best to put them into stuff that I don't have any strengths in, personally. Even though you don't have any strength in athletics, it's still better than me. Kind of dealio. Actually, that's probably not, like, the most interesting... There's probably gonna be somebody with high strength at some point. If I gotta remove a point, it'll be from athletics. That would make you 7, which is a lot higher than me in mobility. Same, trickery is like... Yeah, my trickery is actually better overall. Even if I were to like put an emphasis on this one. What is pickpockets? It's trickery and stealth. I don't think I don't have any points in the stealth myself. I could always still put the points into trickery. Now let me remove them from athletics and trickery. I can do that. Stealth represents your character's ability to avoid detection, slip past foes, or strike from an unseen position. Also, it comes into play during like skill checks and conversations. So if you gotta pull a fast one, like steal something while you're in the middle of a conversation with somebody, that's you doing that, not me. That's definitely you. My knowledge in Arcana is already pretty high. Perception. Trap finding. Right, because you're a rogue. Yeah, knowledge Arcana. Yeah, actually I have higher still. Wow. I didn't realize that, like, it's so weird. I've never played an intelligence character myself, personally, so this feels very weird. To be like, oh yeah, no, this is already covered by me. Oh, this stat is also covered by me. This stat is also covered by me. I'm just like, this is so weird. Usually I pick, like, no intelligence, and, like, I pick, like, either a barbarian or a monk. So it's like, I only have one of these to go around. So this feels weird. Magic device is like actually just a useful trait to have. Have you made the stealthy character yet? I'm almost done, basically. All that's left to pick is like the feats, and then that's pretty much it. Since you're human, you actually got 2. Should take me like 3 minutes, I think. Yeah, I think I'll still pick trickery. Either way. All that's left is, where do I put that one last point? Definitely want everyone to have, like, if possible, use magic device. Because it's like, it's the one thing that's not gonna come into play during conversations. It has a mechanical use, which is to use scrolls and whatnot. For his looks, make him similar to his portrait, please. That's easy to do. That's easy to do. I guess I'll just put in Arcana, if only just for the flavor, because it makes sense. Plus, I'm not always gonna be available, so you never know. Let's see, what is a feat? Arcane Strike. Spending a swift action, you can imbue your weapon for a fraction of your power. You deal +1 damage and are treated as magic for the purpose of overcoming damage reduction. That does sound pretty useful, actually. Like, that's perfect. And also the second feat is a mod that I have installed called Cantrip Expert, which makes it so that, like, your weakest spell that you can use infinitely now scale with intelligence, which is like, my god, that's a lifesaver. Why does regular Pathfinder not have this? D&D 5th edition has it. Let me just grab whatever spell looks good on here. Vanish. Stunning Barrier. Let me see. Magic Missile. Everyone loves Magic Missile. Sleep. You know what? That seems pretty fitting, actually. Yeah, 5th edition. I like 5th edition. I like it for the roleplay aspects of it, but it's like, you know, I like the nerd in math that comes with, like, older editions. We also grab magic weapon and protection from alignment. What deity does a man like this even worship? Do you have like a Burning Hands? Burning Hands is not like that useful, actually. It's like a cone of fire in front of you. It's not great. It's not great. It's good against swarms of rats and swarms of spiders and things like that. I wouldn't go, considering I'm an alchemist and I've already got bombs that do that, I wouldn't go for it. Something about nature and balance. That's a tough one. Let me go inside the list of, like, just regular gods. I have so many gods on here. This is like, this is like all the gods that is in regular Pathfinder. Vanilla only has these normally, and like one more, which is an Imperial Lords for this list. Yeah, let's see. Holds knowledge above all things, power to witness all. God of destruction and balance at the same time. Torn between destroying the world with one hand, saving it with the other. That's a maybe. There's also Rory, which is like the Buddhist monk god kind of dealio. About enlightenment, all about balance. Also kind of about nature. Let's see, I'm trying to think about nature and balance. That would be Guzre. A chaotic neutral. Cynical does sound like chaotic neutral. Can this one even allow chaotic neutral? Yes, it does, actually, Guzre. The dualistic deity of nature, god of the storm and the sky, and the goddess of wave and the turf. Born of the ocean's fury, the wind's wrath. Guzre is a fickle deity. Fickle. That does sound like chaotic neutral, doesn't it? That sounds about right, right? I would think so. If you started out as a rogue, I guess it's not completely out of the realm of possibilities to be there. To be like worshipping a deity of nature. The influence doesn't matter much. It has like a mechanical use. Like for example, like paladins can smite evil, and then anti-paladins can smite good people, kind of dealio like that. Also, another mechanical use is you need to be some sort of lawful to be a monk. Let me remove the hood real quick. There we go. Kind of skinny, aren't you? Pale as well. That seems about right. Medium body. Okay, medium body it is. Let's see, beard. Can I have, like, the wizard beard? Yes, I can. That looks more like an ancient Chinese warrior, though. So it's either number 7 or number 9. Seven? You're feeling 7? 9 is also like the dwarf beard kind of dealio. What is the... White eyes. Completely white eyes. Almost like he's blind kind of deal. Oh, that's not even an option. I did not realize how limited the eyes were. That's a bit of a shame. Well, that's about as good as it's gonna get. What is the hair? The hair is kind of balding. He's been in this business for a while. Longer than I have, that's for sure. A lot of these are young people hair, that's for sure. So it looks like the beard from Sifu. A little bit, actually. Completely bald. Alright, completely bald it is. And color. The color was like, yeah, it's red and black. So the primary color should be red, logically, right? Maybe not that bright. Red and black. In case your class changes, it'll still use these colors.
This will hurt!
I feel faint.
Let's hear you!
Calm down.
March! And off we go. I'll need to review this spell later. I will guide. Combat is adjourned. So it comes to this.
That sounds like a good voice, right? I have the grumpy one, yes. The grumpy one is the dwarf voice. It's absolutely... You cannot pick this voice if you're not a dwarf.
Ah, entertainment. That's what you get. Damn it all. Don't know, don't care.
This is absolutely dwarf.
I sense something.
Aggressive is like...
Spell's not working.
Is like orc voice.
All this waiting bores me. My wounds pile on. I am superior!
Very orc.
I lead, you follow. None shall escape!
You like it? Okay. I guess we're picking it. What's a name? I guess I could just call you Xeods, right? In-game. Me, I always picture like some generic fantasy name. It's always something different. Iwold, okay. Iwold. Do you care about the birth date? I'm guessing nobody cares about the birth date because it has like no uses in game. Last I checked. May 26th. Okay, which one is May again? I'm gonna be perfectly honest. I've forgotten. By the way, happy early birthday in that case. Let's see, that's, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 5. May 26th. Yeah, happy early birthday in that case. Desness of 26th.
Spell's not working like that.
There you go. That's one party member made. Okay. Where are they, by the way? If I open C... Yeah, there you go. I can level you up if I want to. Okay. Who has another character they want me to make? I think Mr. Sawar wanted one, if I recall correctly. My god, that took like 40 minutes. This is not a fast game, to be sure. I need to cheat in another fucking 1400. Because for some reason in this game, making mercenaries is not free. Literally anyone else that like, first come, first serve. If anyone wants to make a character. But if Selene wants, I guess since he wanted it first, I'll prioritize him. But otherwise, it's first come, first serve. Please tell me it's not 9,000 gold for the second one. Okay, no, it's not. Cool. That's good. That's good. You know what would be great right now? Tea biscuits. I'm all out of tea biscuits. I really should have bought some. He did say, I believe, that he was watching like 2 other streamers at the same time as well. Otherwise, I'm not quite sure who else to make. If I have to come up with them myself, I definitely want someone that's like strength focused if I'm making them myself. Otherwise, I'll pick just about any like recommendation from chat. Baba Tasha. It's worth mentioning also, like, the races that are in the game, just saying. There's, like, a Kitsune for, like, all of you. I'm sure there's at least 2 furries in the chat sometimes. There's also a half vampire. There's a man made out of rock. There's half demons. Half angels. Half orcs. Half elves. Halflings. Which are not half anything, really. Just gnomes, dwarves, elves. Furry, very much furry, yes. I'm sure there's at least 2 furries in chat, which is like, I don't mind, I like it actually. I like anthropomorphic characters. I do know one character in one of the like basic party that the game gives you is a Kitsune, but she's like hiding it, which I like. Man made out of rock and call him Havel, that is tempting. Do either Vida or Ryusei want one? Right, that was the female version. There's the male version. Pure strength and HP. I do always need a good tank sometimes. I'd say half orc is actually technically kind of better than Oreed. Because, like, Oreed has slow movement, so they only move like 20 paces as opposed to 30. Felicia the Strong. You know what, Ryusei? That does sound like a lot of fun, actually. Hold on. Can I find like an artwork picture of Felicia from DS2? Let's see. Felicia DS2 fan art. No. God damn it. There's only like a black and white one. That makes me sad, actually. God, there's actually, like, almost no results. I guess no one ever made any fan art. Huh. It's showing a picture from, like, a character from Capcom Arcade... From Darkstalkers. if I just searched Felicia from DS2, there's actually a little bit more results. But it's still like Night Lady. Which I guess I could just use the regular Night pictures from Dark Souls that are already in the portrait pack. Hello Goose, are you still making characters? Which stream is this already? 10th? This is the second one. Yeah, there you go. That's the one that I saw. 99 strength, 1 intelligence. Felicia the fucking strong. But yeah, that's what I'm gonna go for. Unless you want a character, Goose. It doesn't even have to be like a well thought out idea. It can just be like, yo, please make Frogman, please. And I'm like, you know what? I can probably make something that's kind of Frogman. Just like if you've ever wanted to play D&D, but you're like, man, I don't have any friends. I got this character idea, but I don't have any friends. And it's just like, you never could. Now would be the time to just throw them at me. Like, if I got, like, 1 vote for Havel or Felicia. Always remember that one Felicia of Felicia slam dunking the host. I love how she's bugged in DS2, actually. This is turning into a just chatting stream. I love how she's bugged in DS2. Maldron is also an option. Like, she's bugged. Felicia in DS2 is bugged. Sometimes if she does a jump attack, and the player is, like, close enough to where she lands, she will kill the host. Which is, like, funny, because she's not supposed to be able to hurt you at all. I can't just make my entire party be Dark Souls characters, right? I mean, I could, actually. Coffee. Xeeds already has a character, so I can't pick Havel in good conscience. Azrael, Ryuse, anybody got a character idea? Babatasha. Which one was Babatasha again? Was that the one that had, like, the big butcher knife in my characters from DS2? Or is that, like, an actual reference to something that I don't remember? Because I think, like... Right, I wanted to rename that character in DS2, that PvP character, to Big Bonk Babushka. Bonk Babushka. Yeah, I just wanted to call her Bonk Babushka, which I thought was funny. Yeah, that's right, the DS2 PvP character. Do we actually want to do that, though? Do we actually want to do that, or do we want to make, like, fucking Felicia the Strong? The DS2 Bell Tower Dwarf? That's more like a half-lane, though, because, like, he doesn't have a beard. Do you wish to go to Bell? No, he's absolutely a fucking gnome. He's absolutely a fucking gnome. That goddamn piece of shit. Which character do you want me to make, Azrael? If I can make them after the chatters, that would be preferable, Azrael. Just give me a vague idea, and I'll try to make it as close as possible. I would prefer that. Just making, like, the chatters. Because then that's, like, involvement. The chat feels involved in the playthrough. And then they might come back just to see. How's it going? Hello, Rizio. I'm making characters, so I could use recommendations or ideas. Just basically throw me ideas. Azrael wants me to make a character. I can totally do that. Do you have, like, a raised class in mind? Pictures? You can even send me your own pictures. The nice thing about my playthrough is that I'm actually running, if I can open up my options, I am actually running Death's Door, so unless you die 2 times in a row, you're never permanently dead. I have to fuck it up real bad for you to actually die. Give me a sec. Alright, I can wait. Yeah, you have to... I have to fuck up real bad for somebody to die permanently on this playthrough. I guess I could, like, take a peek. I'm trying to think. I guess it would just be leveling into Eldritch Scoundrel, wouldn't it? I've been pinged. I've been pinged. Right, actually, no, that's Selene responding. I think Selene said he wanted to make a character as well. Yeah, that's why Xian's pinged you, Mr. Suar. It's because I believe you said you wanted also to make a character in game. Which I could do that. I just finished because it took me a while. That's mine here, actually. Which is like the variant of Alchemist that heals. I still have access to bombs, right? I should. Yeah, I do. Of course I do. Do you still want me to make a character after you, Mr. Swar, or not? Rogue Ranger Halfling with a bow. Alright. Whilst Azrael is still coming up with their own characters, we'll do that. Chaotic Good. Do you have like a picture you want me to use? Or should I just like look for a good looking Halfling Ranger? If I made the characters based on chat, then like people feel more likely to come back to this. That way I'm less lonely. Let me actually go down the list. There should be a halfling somewhere down here. Yeah, there's like halflings and gnomes. It's mostly girls here though. Use your imagination, so shoot, look it up. I do have a fairly large amount of stuff here. I think those are gnomes proper. Not that it matters, they're pretty interchangeable. Girl works, alright. This looks kind of good, kind of. We have a lot of spellcasters. I need like an actual strong character at some point. Male former heir to a small island, orphaned. Okay, after the current attack, roams the land hunting for the killers of his family. Prefers melee or bows. Okay. So I got like 2 characters already. That's a lot of ranged characters. No one wants to have a pet or anything, like a wolf or something like that. There's also goblins down here. I do like me some serious gremlin action. Does any of them show them using a bow? Because for Selen's character, you can have a pet. Yeah, you can. A pet sparrow? Unfortunately, it has to be like a ground walking pet. Let me go like to Druid real quick, if I can find it. Like just run through this crap real quick. Just to show the list of pets. My fucking god, this takes a while to get to the pets. I don't like the order for this crap. The options for pets would be bears, a black horse, a black smilodon, which is like an ancient tiger, a blue triceratops, a boar, which is a big pig, a dog, an elk, a giant centipede, a horse, a leopard, a mastodon, a monitor lizard, a smilodon, a triceratops, velociraptor, wolf, and there's also havoc dragons, but they're like overpowered as fuck, so I'm not using them. Not every race can have a pet. Any race can have a pet. Okay, so you're thinking like halfling with a bow, chaotic good. That sounds like a ranger, yeah. Giant centipede. Okay, let me go back to like the portrait selection. Character a tank if someone needs to get up close and personal. I do need that. But a rogue can technically be a tank in this because this is Pathfinder and D&D uses an AC system. This one like reminds me of Selene. This looks like a lady that would be called Selene, so I think I'll pick that. That sounds good, right? Evil halfling raised by druids with either a centipede or wolf spider. This one makes me think of a Selene. Lelen. Yeah, like a... Yeah, actually. That looks like a Lelen. I like that. Okay, let me pick the correct race real quick. I don't like the order of this shit. It's like... portrait, class, and then race. Like, no, fuck off. Let me pick my race first. That seems kind of more important. Let's see. Halfling. Less strength, more dex, more charisma. Is there a variant of like, where are they? Yeah, I don't like the order of this shit at all. It's terrible. Very short, yes. There's cavaliers, but cavaliers have to pick like specific animal companions you can ride. I like I have never done a cavalier, but it does seem interesting. Various spaces though, it's true. The thing that's nice about starting as a halfling means that, like, I'm pretty sure you can ride animals immediately. But I don't know if you can ride a centipede. I'm not sure if the game will let you. They need to be a size class bigger than you to start riding them. So I'm pretty sure halflings can ride immediately. Where are the fucking... Alright, the options for races with pets. Hold on, can I actually... Can you... No, it has to be a horse or a black horse if you pick Cavalier. That's annoying. What about Disciple of the Paw? Is this still the same thing? Where is the... No, right, no, it's it doesn't get a pet immediately. It gets a pet later. A cleric of the animal domain also gets a pet. Druids gets pets. I think hunters gets pets as well. I think that's it. These do not get pets. Centipedes can tank in 5th edition, not sure if Pathfinder works the same. In Pathfinder, they get the ability to poison their enemies and reduce their dexterity, if I recall correctly. That might be the monitor lizards, though. This is based on D&D 2.5 edition, though. The oracles also get access to pet if they pick the nature mystery. Rangers are the ones with the power of racism, which is like you pick a favored enemy, and then you're like, you deal extra damage to that type of enemy. Can you get a pet in Ranger? No, you don't actually. Wow. That's kind of surprising. No, actually, no, you can. You get Ranger's Bond. Why is there not Ranger's Bond here? Favorite enemies, plants. Yeah, there's a lot of plants. There's a lot of different enemy types in the game. However, given the plot that we're going to, it's mostly going to be demons. You can pick halflings, humans, if you want. You can pick any races. You would choose elves? Of course you would. Fuck them flowers, yes. Let me actually... I'm guessing Ranger... Well, not Ranger, Hunter makes the most sense here. Let me scroll back up to your idea. Azrael will be the next one as well. Let's see, let me scroll back up. Rogue, Ranger, Halfling with a bow. Just a Ranger with a bow? Okay. What are the options? There's a regular Hunter, which is like... Hunter tactics. Okay, any teamwork feats that you have will just get given automatically to your pet as well for free. There's not a whole lot going on with the basic hunter. What is colluding scoundrel? I've not played every single classes in this. Colluding scoundrel loses animal focus and gay and scapegoat, redirecting hostility towards another creature. You can target one foe within 30 feet and designate one willing ally adjacent to that foe as a scapegoat. So you can force enemies to attack anything. You'd hate playing it. It's more fun once you're past all of this bullshit, I will say. Which is why a lot of people turn on auto-leveling. So the game picks the levels for you, and then you just go through the game. Normally. Like I said, there's a lot of talking. It's kind of like Lord of the Rings with all the walking, where it's just like... It's not the most interesting thing in the world, I will say. But it's there. Let's see. Other option would be Divine Hound, which gains the ability Judgment from the Inquisitors. So you can heal people. You just get like this ability as a swift action. Divine Hunter gets one domain as if they were a cleric on top of just like basic hunter spells, which is neat. It's a neat idea. A Forester gets a bigger selection of animal focuses, apparently. Okay. But they lose the pet? Why would you ever pick this? Oh, you get more like, okay, you get Tactician, like regular Tactician. As opposed to Tactician with your pet. Okay, that's why. Okay, I can see why. Urban Hunter gets a smaller selection of animals. But gains an interesting selection of fighting stuff. Wandering Marksman. You get a circumstance bonus to attack and damage while you're shooting and something attacking your pet, but you don't get, like, hunter tactics. Self-reliance. Whenever the animal companion is 10 feet or more away from the hunter, it gets a moral bonus to AC. That seems more like... That seems a little bit better for, like... If you're gonna be sniping away from the melee, that does seem actually pretty good. Instead of focusing on, like, tactics and whatnot. Emergency swap. For a standard action, you can swap his animal companion and himself without provoking an attack of opportunity if they're within 30-foot range of each other. So you can just teleport you and your pet? That makes no sense, but okay, that's interesting. Yeah, you know what? I'm feeling this one, actually. That seems like actually an interesting class. Plus, I don't have to learn how tactics work. I believe you said halfling. We're picking halfling. What are options for halfling heritage? Basic halfling, craven halfling, lose halfling luck, and fearless. Gain a -2 saving throw against fear, but a +2 on reflex. If you would become frightened, you become shaken instead. Okay, I can see the appeal for that. Hasty. You lose sure-footed and fearless, but base speed become 30 feet. Never give up halfling luck, I know. So our options are either basic or lose sure-footed and fearless, but then you can run a much longer distance, like regular tall people. Okay. And a +2 on initiative rolls. What does halfling luck do again? Halfling luck. +1 bonus on all saving throws in this. Okay. Losing sure-footed and fearless. Sure-footed is bonus on athletics and mobility check. That does seem kind of useful, so I think I'll stick to basics. It's worse than 5e? Yeah, I know. Isn't 5e like +1 to literally everything? It's something like that. I recall somebody was telling me about it. You can reroll all 1 throws ever. Okay, that's a lot more powerful. That seems like the most OP luck stuff. Okay, let me turn everything to 0 and then pick out the stats afterwards. Wisdom is for spells. Hunter spells. Kinda wish there was a halfling racial heritage that's like... losing the charisma. Because it's not particularly useful, but it's fine. We don't have to be, like, optimized. Actually, Pathfinder is the one game where you want to be optimized. But, okay, I'm feeling the strength, because you said you wanted to use a bow. So I would have to pick a background that's relating to bows. Would it be Wanderer and Hunter? Yes, because then you get a weapon proficiency for longbow and shortbow. Which you don't particularly need, because you already come with the ability to wield those, but if you have a background in it, you get a +1 to every single rolls made with it. So you're just better with bows than people normally are. And since you're going to be wearing, since you're going to have high dexterity, you put your dexterity bonus into armor, armor class. So you're going to be wearing light armor. Other stats that matter for Hunter would be Wisdom to gain the ability to use more spells. But otherwise, I'm guessing I do want to put a few points into intelligence, if only to have access to, like, more skill points. Which does, like, mean that it's not the most min-maxed thing in the world, but it's fine. Then the rest can go into wisdom for spell selection. Don't get a whole lot of spells as a hunter, do you? I'm pretty sure they use the same list as, like, druids or something. I recall not being a great spell list. Right, okay. You gain a +2 due to sure-footed, to athletics, and mobility. 14 wisdom is enough side. You think so? You're probably right, actually. Probably could stand to put those points somewhere else, but where do I put those? I guess I could put them into Constitution, just to, like, not have, like, 0 HP. Because, like, if you've got very low HP, you're very likely to go into the negative far enough to, like, actually get murdered permanently. Probably might want to put those into Constitution, then. Not the most useful stat. Strength? You think so? I don't know. When a character starts with, like, a negative into something, like a racial bonus negative, I usually like to keep it as low as possible, and try to play on their strengths as much as possible. I can always give them weapon finesse, so that they can use, like, a rapier or a dagger or something, and still deal damage using their dex, if they ever go into melee. That's a lot of feats to spend in that. I'd rather keep them as far away as possible, especially because they're using Wandering Marksman, which is, like, you gotta be far away from the melee for your animal companion to get, like, the bonuses. Self-reliance. So yeah, it's probably best to even avoid melee altogether. HP, if only just to survive spells from a distance. Yeah, that sounds about right. Hold on, do you still get... No, okay. 2 skills. 2 skills. Which is why I wanted to put the points in there. I still have 1 point left, but there's no reason to put in this. Guess I could put 1 point out of Dex, just to make it less awkward. No, that's still like... That's still only 2 skills, so there's no point. 18 Dex, more strength for damage with the bows. Do the bows actually use strength for damage in this? I could have sworn I was using just raw dexterity. I could have sworn that bows used... Oh no. Have I been wrong all these years? Composite does, okay. Composite are the short range bows, right? Yeah. I could have sworn bows used dexterity only. Guess I was wrong. I might have been wrong. Oh dear. If I'm... Oh god. You need a lot of strength to fire from a bow, that's true. It's been a while since I played Pathfinder Kingmaker, so I don't remember exactly. Let me actually Google it. Let's see. Pathfinder bow damage dexterity? Dexterity damage to a bow for an archer. Which class archetype? Archer got a lot better in Pathfinder, was banned tree, blah 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 blah. Zen archery for monk is the best. No, that's they're just giving like recommendations. Are there any way to add dexterity damage to a bow for a character? No. That's just a big flat no. Okay, so yeah, no, it does use strength for bow damage. I was not aware of this fact. Huh. I could have sworn it used dexterity for damage. For a male... It even says, like, hold on. Ranged attack rolls, including for attacks made with bows, crossbows, and... For... Okay, that's, ugh, okay. Let me lower that con then. Okay. I was not aware of that. For some reason... I guess I'll check in game. Worst case scenario, I can just respec. It's not the end of the world if it turns out that, like, it is dexterity after all. I can always, like, when she levels up, I think it's at level 5, you get the ability to put a point into something. I can always bring this back up to 20. Let's see. None of our party members that we've created so far have any athletics, so it would be a pretty good idea to put that in there. Mobility. Iwold already has a fair amount of it. You would be better at it, though. Law Nature would be nice to have, because no one else currently has it right now. What does Hunter give? Again, it gives Law Nature and Perception, right? Perception is used in dialogues. Perception is also used to seeing traps, which I know animals can also use their own perception to see traps, but they can't use it in dialogues, I'm pretty sure. I know they couldn't in Kingmaker. They might have changed that. No one has any persuasion. I definitely need some kind of charisma character at some point. Every party needs a face of sorts. Knowledge World. Wolfram currently has the most of it. Iwold currently has the most stealth, but you're definitely beating them even just naturally. You do have a +2 due to being like a halfling from ability, so that could be a nice last pick. Makes you equal to Iwold, which is Selen's character. Build a Horacle Ela. I do quite like Horacle Ela. That was like the one build that I was planning to do when the game came out originally. I was just like, they have Oracle in this? Awesome! I was just gonna be like, Oracle, Paladin, and the Draconic Monk, which gets like an AC bonus based on Charisma. Just full-on high Charisma, nothing else. Yeah, this is Selen's character, sorry. Iwold is Xiz. I'm stupid, sorry. My brain derps sometimes. This seems like a good spread. This does, like, make up for the majority of all weaknesses. Animal Companion now. You said you wanted Giant Centipede. Giant Centipede, their size is medium. I'm fairly certain a halfling starts small, which means you can immediately start riding them. Let me see, does it say cannot be ridden? They have 6 natural armor, a bite attack, plus poison, high dexterity, high con. They get poison, which reduces the enemy dex, cannot be tripped. 7th level becomes large, loses their dexterity, gains 8 strength. More constitution, more natural armor. Okay. Sorry, had a little brain up there. Now for spells, it does look like the druid spell list, actually. What is useful? Hurricane bow, because you're going to be using a bow. Weight and density of arrows or bolts fired from your bow. Crossbow, any arrow fired, blah blah blah, is like basically a size larger. Okay. So that seems pretty good. Entangle. Entangle does sound useful. Part of me kind of just wants to pick like Cure Light Wound, just so like somebody else can Cure Light Wound if I find a scroll for it or a wand. Let's be honest. The Druids! Hello again. Yes, the Druids. Summons Nature's Ally. Mites? A natural might. Mites have like a damage reduction of 1, right? That could be useful early on. You know what? Fine, I'm grabbing that. What's a deity they would follow, Mr. Suwa? Unless you don't care, then I'll just pick like Erastil or some crap. Something that like worships bows. If Selen's even still here, I don't blame anybody for like leaving during character creation. The most boring part of this. Unless you have like a specific deity in mind. Let me scroll up, maybe they mentioned it and I missed it. Scroll way up to last time Selen talked. Rogue Ranger, halfling with a bow. Pet Sparrow. Spider Wolf. Giant Centipede. concept about an evil halfling raised by druids with either centipede or wolf spider called Lennon. Pretty sure that's it. You have food now. Yeah, I don't blame you. I guess I'll just pick a Rastil, because that's the one that's like... That's the god that favors longbow, domains, animals, community, good, plants. Which means it's impossible to pick evil, actually. Okay, let me scroll back up. You mentioned evil, I'm pretty sure. So I would have to pick Gozre or something else. Or it just doesn't matter. It doesn't matter that much, really. Sorry, I'm alt-tabbing and it just pauses the game music. That does make it a little awkward. It's just a ranger, let them be good. Okay. So neutral good seems apt. But if it's centipede pet, they have to be evil and neutral. I don't think you can pick the alignment of the pet, unfortunately. What does the picture color look like? It's dark green with white. Okay. The colors are already picked. Wet green, dark green with white. There we go. Looks pretty standard. Brown hair. Let me zoom in. If you will get this pet. No, you will absolutely get this pet. So, okay, so I do have to pick evil then. Some kind of evil god. The angry hag. What's the god of the things that crawl on the ground? There you go. Lamashtu, the mother and patroness of many misshapen and malformed creature that crawls slitter or flap on above or below the surface of Galarian. There you go. So that seems like pretty apt for somebody that likes their adorable poisonous spider centipede thing. There we go. Neutral evil or chaotic neutral. That sounds about right. There we go. Like she does not look the part, does she? She does not look the part, does she? It's fine. It's fine. Let me zoom in. Blue eyes, bright blue eyes, brown hair. Hello, Snowy. How are you doing today? I'm making chat characters. It's going very slow, but this is like my favorite part of like Pathfinder, which is making the characters. I'm trying to like get as close as I can. I'm pretty sure I passed it actually. I think it was number 3 is the closest I can get. Properly neutral evil characters. They don't look evil, they just act. You know, fair enough. There we go. That seems like pretty appropriate. It's either 3 or... No, I think it has to be 3. Okay, 3 it is. This is like a more discolored brown. Actually, this is a little close. This is more in line to this. There we go. What are the face options for halfling? I've never made a halfling character, I've got to be honest. This seems the more apt. Doing good. The class you're currently in doesn't have finals, you just have the long study hall. That sounds like me when I was about to finish as well, actually.
I'll take care of it.
I did it! We shall... Let's move. No contest. Let us bide our time.
Heal me quickly. What a find. Enemy approach.
This hurts. What's that glitter? This is my chance to run. Damn this silly thing. Your luck's run out.
That was a character in Kingmaker, I'm pretty sure. That sounded like that.
Follow if you dare. A trivial task.
All I see is blackness, wherever my legs carry me. May I see your entrails, please?
That sounds about right, right?
The road calls me. I'll take the bait.
I like that delivery. The road calls me. I'll take the bait. I like that.
Let's shred them!
Definitely does not look the part, which is good. There you go. And I believe we said the name was going to be Lelen, right? For Selen. Any birthday preferences, or it does not matter? Just, you know, just asking.
I did it!
That seems good. This looks very complicated, but it's not that complicated. Wait, hold on. I forgot to pick a feat. Right, hold on. We're going to be using... Weapon fitness? No, weapon fitness. September 6th? Okay. Which month is September again? I oft forget. Let's see. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9. So that's 9, I'm pretty sure. Lelen sounds more female. Which I guess is, yeah. Unless you want Selene. So I think that's 9 is the month of September. I kind of wish it just said September, but I can never remember. Can never remember birth, like month numbers, to be perfectly honest. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, it should be 9.
Quick! Else we miss all the fun!
Yeah, they don't look neutral evil until you really get in there and you're like, oh, I see. There we go. So that's Selene's character made. Azrael had another one as well they wanted me to make, so that's the next one. I need to cheat in the fucking... Why is it 4,500? I cannot afford that. Even if at the start of the game. I'm pretty sure it was based on the level in Pathfinder Kingmaker. So it was like free at the start of the game when you made your characters. What was the character that Azrael wanted? Let me scroll back up to that. Former heir to a small island, so nobility kind of dealio. Orphaned from the enemies of the crown. Hunting the killer, prefer melee or bows. Will use enchanted items. Melee or bows. So that could probably be some kind of fencer type character Azrael could want. Also using data here. Connection is kind of shoddy. Yeah, unless somebody else wants a character and wants to like... really like get in there. I definitely need a tank at some point or not in this. Also a reminder that like race options or kitsune, half vampire, half rock person, half demon, half angels, half orc, half elf, halfling, gnomes, dwarves, elf, humans. You know, just in case anybody like wants a reminder of the races, which is mildly important. Unless Azrael wants, like, to do a rewrite. Unfortunately, the backstory of the character does not, like, really get back into, You want to see Xian's character? Hold on, I can show that. It does not take my money if I back out of this, thank God. It was like some kind of evil... Oh yeah, there's the centipede, by the way. Look at how cute the picture is. Yeah, Xian's character was like an evil mage rogue type character, so I picked Eldritch Scoundrel, which is literally the mage rogue class. High dexterity, you know, high intelligence kind of dealio. Just like, look at him. Hold on, can I see, like, if I go to inventory, you can actually... Yeah, there you go. That's what it looks like. It's a lot less cute in 3D. That's the problem. A little less cute. But yeah. Unless Azrael wants to do a rewrite, I could just pick what they wrote earlier. Yeah, the color is a little mismatched, but it's fine. It's fine. Who cares? When you're zoomed out, you cannot tell the difference. These flesh mech units. I think you sent a picture of that in my Discord a while ago, actually. That's me. Right. I need like a miner's hat. I'm pretty sure there's variants of hammers that are like dexterity focused. Pretty sure. So I should be fine still going into melee if I want to. Which I guess someone's gonna have to at this point. Problem is I need light armor since I'm a high dexterity character, or the variant of medium armor that allows +4. Okay, let me make the character that Azrael mentioned earlier. So I was thinking a fencer type character from their description. And an ability. I am not a strength mage. I'm a dexterity focused character. But it's not really a mage, it's an alchemist. So it's like, I can throw bombs and stuff like that. Strength mage, I'm definitely interested in making, though. at some point. Cannot cast Fist. There is literally a spell called Stone Fist, so you can literally cast Fist. There's also a class of mage. Hold on. There's a class of mage that's like basically just a monk, but it's using your intelligence instead. Hold on. Let me see if I can find. It's a magus. Magus. Not Sword Saint. That was the one. Monks basically gain a bonus to like their armor class based on their wisdom. But Sword Saint is kind of like that, except it's using intelligence instead, which is like really funny. While wearing light or no armor, wielding his chosen weapon, and not using a shield, the Sword Saint adds 1 point of intelligence per Magus class level as a dodge bonus. Which I thought to myself, that's funny, actually. You like the portrait of the shadow person with the PNG tattoo on their forehead? Which one? Like these? Hold on, shadow person. I do not see which one's the shadow person on this. But there's a lot of Asima portraits. Because the devs know that people like their Asimas. Wait, no, was it in this? It might have been in this. Also, look at this incredibly evil looking as fuck fucking tiefling. Like, my god. Do you have to, like, you might as well just be holding a fucking sign saying, I'm evil! Yeah. Like, literally just holding up a fucking cardboard sign saying, I'm evil. I almost want to make a character like that. The first one? Wait, no. Custom. Oh, that's the custom. I can just make a portrait. I can, like, open the thing, if I want to. I can just open the portrait folder and just, like, make a custom one. That's what this slot is for. Right, okay. Azrael, I guess is, like, not paying attention. But I can still make the character they wanted. I'm thinking... It sounded like a nobility type thing, if I recall. And fencer type character, so can absolutely do that. This looks like a fencer, right? I'm thinking Asima nobility. Plus it gives me an opportunity to just pick Asima. Wow, that looks evil as fuck. That's a necromancer, I just realized, right? Because they're, like, reviving them. Okay, Azrael, you mentioned a character you wanted to make earlier. Sorry, I'm tapping my coffee. Do you have, like, any particular preferences for, like, classes, weapon choices? As much as I love the backstory, which helps, also, in, like, picking a face, I do still need... Yeah. So I was thinking from the sound of it, like, heir to an island kind of deal. It was just, like an Asima, ex-nobility, orphaned. And then I'm just like, I could probably pick a rapier and make some kind of fencer type character. Hold on, let me go take a peek in, do we have Duelist? We do. Which is all about, Huh, I wonder if this stacks on top of Magus. Sword and shield, you're thinking. Okay, never mind, not Duelist. Unless you can use Duelist with shield. I don't think so. I can probably make that work. I can absolutely make that work. Do I have a picture of, like, an Asima with sword and shield, though? Or at the very least a shield? Probably not. Actually, hold on. I think one of the default ones does. Not really, but that still kind of works. Unless there's another one. Male or female? Any preferences? Some people don't. Just going through the list. Anything that jumps out, strikes the inspiration kind of deal. Male. Okay, male. I quite like this one. I might use this one for myself at some point when I play through the game casually. The one with the flaming sword looked nice. Yeah, that is a very nice portrait. That's why I always come back to this one. whenever I'm playing through the game. It's a good default portrait, that's for sure. Class. Sword and shield. So that works for, like, paladin. That works for... I definitely need some kind of charisma character, so actually paladin might just have to be it. A sword and shield specific kind of dealio, I'm guessing. Like, not particularly caster. Do you play on hard or on fair? I'm actually playing on the modified version of the default difficulty. Where it's like... Hold on. I'll be right back to this. I've got critical hits on normal. Death stores enabled. The enemies are slightly weaker, but they do regular damage to the party, and there's more enemies, and they have additional behavior. So they're more complicated, but a little bit easier to, like, try to balance it out. That seems like a fair thing. The wetter effects are heavy, and I do have enable character retrain available. Chanted is definitely somebody that will be very easy to make a character for. But yeah, let me go back to Azrael's idea. It's probably some kind of paladin for Azrael. How are you doing, Chanted? Chanted likes this game. I believe he was doing solo runs, actually. People should go check out Chanted. He's finishing Elden Ring right now. Having all kinds of trouble, but, you know, still quite the lovely chap. Lovely commentary. I believe he was doing solo runs of this game at some point. Like, playing through the entire game solo. Which is similar to what I'm about to do, which is to not use the main characters. Can't believe this is, like, taking so long. I'm so sorry. For people that want to see the actual gameplay, so let me go for, like, Paladin. Any preference for god worship, Azrael? You did figure out what you were doing wrong in Elden Ring, did you? Malta is always one that's, like, very interesting to me. Gets the ability to inspire courage like a bard, but it, like, takes injuries when it does. How to cure the blood curse? Okay, cool. I didn't want to, like, just straight up tell you. What's Stone Lord? I believe it was, like, a specific dwarven, but I have, like dwarven specific one. But I have it available to everybody. It's like, you punch stuff with a fist of stone. It's like a dwarf monk paladin type dealio. That's what the Stone Lord is, and I believe you get like damage reduction. Yeah, you get damage reduction of adamantine type, which is basically stone. But then you lose the ability to smite evil, and lose the ability of mercy, which is like a bonus to your lay on hands. Stone Blood. Random chance to ignore a critical hit or precision damage. So it's like, it's a slightly tankier paladin that loses some paladin abilities. Temple Champion gets a blessing as if they were a war priest. Warrior of the Holy Light gets Power of Faith. One additional use of Lay on Hands. Can call upon the power of her faith as a standard action. Smite Evil is probably one of the best abilities in the game. I imagine, especially given like the entire plot line is like fighting demons, a paladin is basically almost mandatory for this bullshit. Divine Guardian lets you pledge protection. You take the damage for somebody else, right? Divine Guardian seems apt for somebody that uses a shield, right? Like, taking the defense of somebody else. That sounds about right. There's Enforcer, which is a variant of Paladin that uses Smite Chaos instead of Smite Evil. There's Hospitalier, which has a little bit better healing, but less Smite Evil. Basically. Less uses of that. Malta gets the ability to inspire courage like a bard, but then you bleed while doing it. So it's like the only downside to it. Lose Divine Grace and Divine Health. So there are some downsides to this class. There's nothing wrong with just being like a straight-up regular paladin, though. I still find these to be a little too straightforward, though. It's never like there's no sauce. There's nothing spicy to like the basic version of the class. You need to do some shopping, so pick whatever fits you. All right, take care of yourself. I'll be here. I'm thinking, since I don't have any like charisma-based characters so far in the party, Marta might be like a good pick. I quite like Marta because he basically gets like it's basically a half bard paladin type thing. It does not get divine grace though, which is kind of important. I can make more party members. Like it doesn't have to be like only 5 of them. I can like swap people in and out, and people outside also get the EXP still. Divine Sign. What is a Divine Sign again? Right, it gets study target from the other class I forgot the name of. Thank you for shouting out Rizio, who also streams Elden Ring. And he's cool. At least I'd like to think so. Maybe you should go watch him and make your own opinion about him. I guess I could pick Hospitalia. It seems like a very straightforward, like, nothing crazy going on here. 3+ charisma modifier. Okay. There's nothing special going on here. Just gets like a better healing, less smite evil. How many characters you have? I forget. I think I have Selens, I have Xids, so that's 2. I'm at 3, including myself currently. Let's see. I need like charisma, strength, and constitution. What is restoration lesser again? Right, that removes negative debuffs. This one gets the ability to summon nature's ally just for free. This one is constitution and charisma. Interesting. Also law, nature, and perception check. Constitution and wisdom. This one's dexterity and charisma. So it's either angel kin or idol kin, which would be good picks. Just having the ability to summon nature's ally once per day for free is very tempting. This one is the ability to restore restoration. To like, let's say somebody's poisoned, you can remove that. Still rolling a party. Yeah, I'm making chats characters basically kind of dealio. I'll pick literally anything. You know what? I think that does sound more useful overall. Survivability is better than attack. You can always summon using scrolls. Yeah, that's also another reason. The backstory they picked was like an ability type thing. Want something that relates to charisma, if possible. Like an heir, they said, to an heir to an island kind of dealio, so like an ability type deal. This one is use charisma instead of intelligence while doing knowledge world checks. This one adds persuasion to class skill, bonus to AC when wearing heavy armor. Very tempting. Charisma to her initiative. Okay. Then gets longsword and greatsword. This one is long spear and greatsword. The AC bonus while wearing heavy armor is very tempting. Very tempting. But charisma to initiative is also tempting. I think I'll pick this. I'm pretty sure you can still wield regular swords anyways. So sword and shield still works. I don't want to get rid of all the decks, but I'm definitely going to get rid of all the intelligence. Wisdom's not that necessary, is it? Because I can put, Paladins get, like, the ability to use, I believe, where is it? Yeah, charisma on top of all saving throw. Charisma bonus on top of all saving throws. Also immune to all disease, supernatural, magical disease, including mummy rot. Okay. So big dick charisma and big dick strength. Then the rest can go into constitution. Maybe I could, like, remove 1 point or 2 from these. Right, no, and then put the rest into con. There you go, that's a little bit more balanced right there already. Is this still a 4 point? No, this is a 3 point. Okay. Yeah, dump wisdom sounds like the play here. And just, like, hope that the paladin ability, like, carries the saving throws. Let's see. I only get 1 skill choice. Let's see, what is this? This is for... The backstory is... Persuasion. I definitely need somebody to just shove persuasion in there, so... Very much, like, literally anyone with persuasion, please. Beast Paladin, moving it up to 78. Right, Elden Ring PvP. I want to get back to Elden Ring PvP, but I'm still making my mule. It's taking absolutely forever. Weapon focus, armor focus. Armor focus for heavy armor would be nice. Paladins just get the ability... Yeah, they already get armor proficiency. What does armor bonus give? An AC bonus. No, shields. We want shields, right. Shield proficiency is already in there. Toughness is tempting me. I might just go for toughness. There's just more HP. All tower shield proficiency. You can do PvP and finish the mule later. I know, but you know. I like having the mule ready, the legit mule, which takes absolutely forever. Also, it doesn't help that, like, my performance for Elden Ring on PC is not great. You know what? I think I'll pick toughness. What god do they worship? Abadar sounds kind of tempting, actually, because, like, they're an ability type person, right? Because they're a paladin, the selection is a lot limited, because it needs to be lawful good. Paladins are only lawful good and absolutely nothing else. Abadar is tempting. I might just pick Abadar. It's also tempting to pick a god with, like, a very exotic favored weapon. Just so that you get the ability to use that exotic weapon just for free. Which is always nice. Let me see if there's, like, anything that strikes out to me. Serenre. Serenre is, like, the goddess of the sun, right? And, like, the whole point is to be naked while using, like, a Serenre cleric or paladin. This one's Warhammer. Let me see. Imperial Lords. Where is Ragafel? That was another one that was, like, vanilla, I'm pretty sure. Favored weapon is Bastard Sword, because of course it is. Bastard Sword's an exotic weapon, right? Yeah. You can wield it in one hand if you have a focus on it, which I'm pretty sure you're always proficient with your god's weapon, right? Pretty sure. When you're a paladin or war priest or anything, I'm pretty sure. Has to be lawful good, because all paladins are forced to be lawful good. There's the picture. It's like long hair, a little bit of orange. There's a glitch where you lose powers after alignment switch. Use the scroll to switch back if you go over again. You won't lose your power. I know about that, but I'm pretty sure I've got the bug fixes, because I'm running, like, a fair amount of mods, amongst other things. So I'm pretty sure I have, like, the one that, like, fixes alignment shift. Yeah, I do. Let me use the one face type that does not have the lips, because that's always a little bit annoying. I was thinking, like, orangish. Blonde hair. That's not really orange, is it? Oh, wait, no, that's the eye color. I'm wrong. I'm stupid. Where's the hair that's, like, orange? That seems a little bit more fitting. Do I have long hair in this list? Start from the end. 9 seems pretty apt. The straight hair looks a little dumb. Yeah, it looks a little dumb. Well, actually, it doesn't look that bad from the sides. Just from the front is very noticeable, actually. Yeah, that seems pretty good. Do I have, like, red eyes as an option, or pink? Pink. No, that's barely visible, actually. No straight up red. That kind of works. What are the colors they're wearing? They're wearing red and white, mostly. Whoops. Why is the colors... Excuse me. Why'd the colors disappear there? Oh, it's tattoos. I'm an idiot. That's why. Like a pink, then a white. Yeah, that works. That works for colors.
A mere flesh wound. Their life ends here. I'm always ready.
That sounds very full of yourself, which is kind of fitting for a noble, though. And I think I'll just give them the name Azrael, since they have to leave. There we go. And I guess month doesn't really matter that much.
We do it my way.
Paladin proficiencies. That should tell me... No, actually, it does not say you're proficient in your, like, god's favorite weapon. Huh. It's a bit of a shame, but yeah, it should be fine either way. There we go. Now, for characters, I currently have Azraels, I've got Selens, and I've got Xeods. So that's 3 characters. And I can have a limit in my party at all times of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I still need 3 more characters for a full party. Anybody else wants to, like, chime in on this? Because this is the entire stream of me doing that. Yeah, paladins are proficient with all martial weapons. But I'm pretty sure ultra greatswords, or, like, bastard swords, are technically an exotic weapon. But if you're proficient with martial, you can just 2-hand them. But Azrael wanted, like, 1 hand, 1 shield kind of dealio. Do I have a shield to give them, as a matter of fact? Yeah, they've got the bastard sword here, but it's taking 2 hands, so you need to be proficient in it to not 2-hand it. A wizard with a lisp! I can actually do that? I'm not sure if I've got the option currently. Yeah, hold on. Yeah, it's removing the sword. That's a shame. Hold on. I guess just about any longsword will do in the meantime. Yeah. I need to cheat in the money every single time I want to do this. Vivio FVP. Do you want to make one, Rizio? Let's see. So they are exotic weapon, yeah. It's a bit of a shame, really. But it still works. Let me see. I believe it's like... It's not really a mage. It's like a weird variant of the cleric, but the oracle should have... let me just skip ahead a little bit real quick. You can change weapons now? Could you give my character a rapier or something? Yeah, I can. I can just change it whenever I want. If I go inside inventory... Do I even have a rapier? Let me actually unequip weapons from, like, the characters that the game gave me real quick. And their potions. I'm gonna need those. Might as well do a little bit of inventory management right now. There's that too, I forgot about that. Just before I forget, basically. Why does he have a crossbow? That's their, like, default equipment that they come with. The game does give you, like, a basic default equipment. And also, you'll see this often in Pathfinder. Like, fucking mages with crossbows. Which is the reason why I've gotten, scaling cantrips. That's the reason why I got scaling cantrips. It's because I hate seeing mages with crossbows. And that's just a thing you have to be aware of in Pathfinder. You're basically just forced to have mages with crossbows. Which is... But not anymore. Now you can just use your cantrips as, like, shitty little, like, ice spells. But it scales. It's not garbage in the late game. Is it possible to disable hood permanently? Issue? Yeah, I should be able to remove it. There we go. Can also remove the cape. Does not seem like a cape guy. I could remove the cape. No, it does not let me remove the cape. That's a shame. I can with visual adjustment, but it's like... Hold on. Can I hide capes? hide enchantments. Hide cloak. There we go. No, it does not actually let me. That's annoying. Gun wizard and is cooler than crossbow sorcerer. That's true. Cape is fine? Okay, cape is fine. Do I even have a rapier? Man, I fucking... can I sort these? Yes, I can. Thank God. Rapier, there we go. That seems good, right? That looks good, right? I think. Probably. Yeah, probably. Might still want, like, a crossbow on the second slot. Period's almost over. Well, take care of yourself, Benui. I'll be here probably for a couple hours still. I got, like, more characters to make still. Okay, so the centipede does not count as a character, so I can have both Selene and the centipede at the same time. Which is why having pets in Pathfinder is incredibly useful. Having a full party of pets, of like pet owners, means like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That means 12 characters total. So Rizio, do you want me to make a character? Because I totally could. If I make them after chat, people might come back to watch the stream again, so I would prefer that. Maybe something like a stick. Is it sticky? Yeah, we'll take care of that later. Pretty sure a stick can count as a dexterity weapon. There's no point in having two, though. There's nothing that's, like, really a wand, and that's kind of something that's... Like, wands are usable items. What character did you have in mind, Rizio? Like, just give me a vague idea. Or an actual class, if you've already got one. I'm sure there's, like, a portrait that works. Alternatively, you can send me one. I'll pick just about anything, really. There's also 20 million versions of the Elite Knight from DS1. Just in case you want to play as the Elite Knight from DS1, you've got plenty of variety. Which is funny. I like how they added that in the portrait package that I downloaded. Like, I don't know why. That's just really funny to me. There's like fucking 12, like, how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9... 10, 11. There's 12 variants of the Elite Knight from DS1. Is there a kobold? Unfortunately, no. Kobolds are like, were not really a thing from Pathfinder, no. Just your regular chosen undead squad. At some point, hello Circuit, by the way. At some point, I really want to make a playthrough of Kingmaker with like every single one is like a Dark Souls character, especially because Pathfinder Kingmaker's DLC actually has a patches reference in it. There's like there's an NPC called Trustworthy Guy, and it's just bald man, great shield, spear, and then he's just like, I just collect trinkets from people's corpses. Yeah, no, there's no kobolds in Pathfinder. Well, there's kobolds, but they're like enemies. Yeah, I like kobolds. I like Pathfinder 2nd edition kobolds. 2nd edition is the one that has kobolds. 1st edition does not, which is a shame. 2nd edition kobolds are kind of neat. They got like this big blunt head, so they actually look like they could be tanky and stuff. So I quite like Pathfinder kobolds. Just like this is based on 1st edition. Some of these are very saucy looking portraits, I will say. To say the least. Like, some of them are barely fucking covered. Especially the ladies, just saying. I'm almost afraid to click that one, because I see no clothes at all. Yeah, do you have anything, like, in particular, Rizio? Or Chenetid? Any character can be 3 kobolds in a trench coat. It's true. It's true. Anyone could be 3 kobolds in a trench coat. Yeah, halflings is, like, the closest thing you could really get. They're like the same height class as kobolds are. Halflings and gnomes. It's a shame you can't pick goblins, actually. There was a goblin character in Kingmaker. There's no option to play as a goblin in this. Which is a shame. That's a huge shame. There was a mod for goblin in Kingmaker. See, either Chenetid or Rizio. I can do both as well. Still plenty of space in a party. I don't have to pick everyone at the same time. So if I get more than 6, it's totally okay. This is the time for it. There's like fox people, half vampire, half rock, half demons, half angels, half orc, half elf, halfling, gnome, dwarf, elf, humans. Make a witch angry so she transforms you into a goblin, if only. If only. That sounds like a really fun character idea. One of my character ideas for, like, if I ever did D&D ever, would be, like, I would make a kobold, but it's actually not a kobold. It's, like, somebody that got cursed and turned into a kobold. So it's, like, they still fit into regular society, so I don't have to roleplay a kobold, because that would be kind of awkward for my first time. But I still get to, like, have that thing. Gnome or halfling? Got any, like, basic idea for what you want? I already got a halfling with Selene, so gnome would be nice. Got, like, any basic idea, Rizio? Just, like, throw me literally any character idea you've ever had. And I can probably make something as close as possible. Don't want to ask for any character. There's Babatasha with Vampire Race and Havel with Stone Dude Race. That's also options. But like if it's based on actual like viewers, I feel like that makes it more interesting for the viewers. This is the meat of the game, by the way. We've been here for 2 hours. Not that I mind. Making builds is like my favorite part. I might stop and restart stream. Specifically so it's a different video file, so people don't have to watch this. So yeah, got any idea, Rizio? There's plenty of, like, gnome ideas to be made. What are, like, the default gnome? Yeah, that's a gnome, I think. Those are the default portraits the game gives you. Not a lot of options for the short people, huh? Jeez. I guess they expect most people to just pick, like, regular humans, don't they? Those are the default portraits the game gives you. Tatusho! Gnomes make very good mages, wizards or sorcerers. It's true. What is the gnome racial? The gnome racial is more constitution, more charisma, less strength. Gnome magic. All spells are harder to resist against when it's an illusion spell. Bonus to knowledge, world checks. Slow movement, racial heritage. What are the racial heritage for gnomes? Basic gnomes. Pyromaniac gnome. Wizard with lisp, some daggers, some deceit option to trick people. That does sound like a Pathfinder gnome in particular. They're assholes. They really are. Plus this portrait is very fitting. See, it's even holding a dagger. Still creating character! What year is this? Yes, we've been here for 2 hours, of course. Pyromaniac Gnome loses magic and illusion resistance, but gain fire resistance and +1 difficulty check for spells with fire descriptor. And then there's Traveler Gnomes, which lose hatred and defensive training, but base speed becomes 30. Pyromaniac sounds about right. Fire Gnome, indeed. What's a backstory you're thinking of? I could just pick something based on, like, the seat, actually. So either noble or street urchin for, like, deceitful gnome. Or a scholar. Since it's a wizard type gnome. What is the racial bonus again? It's charisma, so it'd have to be a charisma-based casting class, which is easy enough to make. Some kind of trickster. That does sound right. So an acrobat throwing axes, daggers punching daggers, a mugger. That does sound right, actually. Like high charisma gnome mugs people, like intimidates them. Trickery and persuasion. Can use kukris as well. We'll be here forever, Goose. Halfling. Gecko of Kojima. I like that idea, but no. I do have a good idea for, like, a Majima, actually. a Majima build in this, which is Witch and Eldritch Knight. Hello, Smolder Wolf. How are you doing? I'm taking a while doing this. I've been here for 2 hours. I'm making viewer builds. So a high dexterity, high charisma character. No strength. No strength. No intelligence either. No wisdom. Right, priest. So in class. I need to pick a class. What is a charisma-based? Sorcerer. Got surprise teaching today. Well, hopefully it's still a nice day either way. Let's see. Sorcerers are the ones... They're basically the same as a wizard, but they use charisma. That's like the only difference. They also get a bloodline, so it's like a little interesting. There's also... Blood Rages, which is like a barbarian spellcaster. Also using charisma. I got pinged. I cast... What ho, muscle wizard? Might you cast its spell? Cast us a spell. Of course, young adventurer. I cast fist! I like that comic, Mr. Sawar. That's a good comic. Sorry, I was all tapped to the Discord. Yeah, what else is, yeah, if you want a wizard with a wisp, the closest thing it can get is Oracle. But then it's like... If I can skip ahead. There's like one of the Oracle's curse is basically... Hold on. Oracle's curse. Yeah, there we go. I think it's wolf-scarred face. Your face is deformed. Oh, it doesn't have the debuff on it? It should have a debuff in like regular tabletop where it's like you have a random chance of mispronouncing your spells and like making a mistake because of your like inability to speak normally. I would assume it's still on there. Also, natural bite attack. That's also pretty neat. That's the thing about oracles that is pretty neat. Is like they're a charisma like a charisma caster, but then they also get like a curse that gets progressively better and more like beneficial as time goes on, but starts out really terrible normally. For some reason, it doesn't say that you have the lisp for wolf-scarred face, but that's usually the case. And gets a random chance to like mispronounce the spells. I'm not sure if it'll work or not, but I'm assuming it would. Alright, my option for Oracle would be just a regular Oracle, which is kind of like a cleric, but you're not worshipping any specific god. Lone Strider gets a higher like distance of walking. Possessed Oracle gets Uncanny Dodge, just like the Rogue class gets. Since you are using knives, that could be tempting. But then you're like, you cannot act during the first round. Yeah, you're staggered for the entire first round of combat. But again, you get progressively like better bonus as your level gets higher. Get improved Uncanny Dodge, more initiative bonus. Then finally at 15 level, you get like a +4 AC, like defense, on the first round of combat. Alternatively, no, that seems about right actually. Can get boots that make you immune to stagger. That does sound tempting. In that case, to pick Possessed Oracle. Purifier. What is Purifier? You get channel energy. Interesting. Seeker. Seeker gets trap finding. Okay, that's interesting. Not crazy spicy. You'll be right back. Take care of yourself, Rizio. I'll just pick what seems like the most fitting for a roguish fire pyromaniac gnome. Possessed Oracle seems the most apt, because it's like supposed to be like basically part rogue, isn't it? Yeah, Gnome. Don't mind the crazy outfit. Just ignore that. It's normal. We can get rid of it later. Pyromaniac Dwarf. Excuse me, Gnome. I keep getting the three like short races confused, to be honest. So high charisma and high dexterity. Then we'll probably get you weapon finesse on top of it all. Keep the constitution as is. You can go Shadow Shaman. Has sneak attack and spell. Ooh. But does it scale with charisma though? Because like, well, I did. Yeah, because Gnome has like a racial bonus to charisma, which was kind of like my interest in it. Let me see, where's Shaman? Shaman's wisdom, right? Yeah, Shaman is wisdom. That is tempting. I quite like Shaman. I quite like Shaman as a class. So that is tempting, but that's still wisdom, so it wouldn't fit for a gnome. Plus, Rizio wants the thing where it's like the character has a lisp. It doesn't say that the curse gives you a lisp, but like, I remember in the tabletop, Wolf-Scarred Face is supposed to give you a random chance to miscast your spells. So that's a little bit more fitting. And I'm not playing on high difficulty, so like, picking funny, like, lore characters is, like, gonna work out well enough. Or is it Possessed Oracle? It's like Visions of Fire, I guess. I don't know. It just gets Uncanny Dodge. That's, like, the closest thing you can get an Oracle to a Rogue. Then I can just, like, pick Weapon Finesse as a feat. Okay, 2 points to go around. What does Mugger give again? Trickery and Persuasion. There's already Azrael, which has very high persuasion, but you can still, like, completely blow them out of the water by 2 points. Right then and there. What is the Pyromaniac, thing? Because every Oracle needs a mystery. Hold on. Let me grab Cantrip Expert Charisma, actually. No, I'll pick Weapon Finesse. Right, Weapon Finesse. When using a light weapon, dagger, blade, etc., etc., Dexterity modifier instead of Strength for attack rolls. Flame. Absolutely has to be Flame. Has to be Flame. Because Pyromaniac. And that works with the Pyrognome, in that case. Yeah, that sounds about right. I've never made okay, I've made a few oracles, but like the only oracles I've made a nature oracle and I've made a life oracle. I've never made the other variants. It is going to be a learning process for me. Inflict spells would make the most sense. Plus, we got plenty of healers already. Okay, we need some fire-centric spells. Do we got any here? No, actually we don't. That's kind of weird. Then I guess I'll just pick whatever's like the most useful. No one has Bless in our posy of created characters. Eyewold has magic weapon, protection from alignment, Shield of Faith. No one has Shield of Faith. Okay. Deity. What is a fire-centric deity? If I can, I'd rather pick one of the vanilla deities. Not that it particularly matters, really. Well, I guess nothing really jumps out. I guess this one's like Fire, Sun, Serenray. But then that's like a good alignment, not mandatory. I guess I'll just make him neutral then. Okay, let me see. Take a look at the picture. Blue hair. Remove that goddamn ugly helmet, please. That's already like starting out looking exactly perfect. Unless there's a different hairstyle that looks more like the comb over. I had forgotten how wild and crazy the hair for the gnomes get. Oh, there we go. That's a bit more fitting. Ew, true neutral. I like true neutral as the protagonist. Who knows what they'll do? His little chin strap. Can we get the little chin strap? Yes, we can get a little chin strap. Oh my god, I had forgotten how wild and crazy the hair for the gnomes get. There we go. That seems pretty apt, right? Can we get like a more muted color than more muted blue? There you go. That's a little bit better. This Elden Ring patch looks crazy. Sure does. How are you doing, Vanessa?
I'll take care of it.
That does not sound fitting at all.
Forwards! No, backwards. Backwards!
That seems very fitting for a gnome.
Let's shake a leg. All I see is blackness.
Very high charisma. Got a name, or should I just call him Rizio? He looks like a Rizio, doesn't he? Long day ends well. How's yours? Mine has just been this. No school, no work. I'm just like, yeah, I've got a long day today. And this long day is going to be me just playing this, creating characters all day long. Don't worry, I'll still get at least, like, 2 hours of gameplay after we're done doing all this. Terrible with names, so that works? Yeah, that works.
So many thoughts, so little time.
There we go. Okay, so currently I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 characters, so there's still slot for 1 more, and then I can, like, still even make more still. Anybody else wants a character in game? That's the one that I made for myself. After that, I'll need to level them up, but I can do that myself easily enough. I need to cheat in another fucking 4,500 gold. I could make one for Chanted. Chanted loves his monks. I'll take a monk. There you go. Let me make a monk for Chan. Do you have a profile picture you want to send me in particular? Or do you like, do you just use one of the generic ones? The mighty Chanagov, as we all know and love. It's always a monk. It's always a monk. Monks are good though, I will give you that. I kind of wish there was like there's one not homebrew, but it's like it's in one of the very like related not related. What is the word I'm looking for? It's one of the more obscure manuals that's like there's a mixture of kineticist and monk, but like there's no mod for it, which makes me very sad. Usually used one with at the top with the stick. The default one? Yeah. Let me see if there's any other, like, stick wielder monks down here that might pick your interest a bit more. Those are the orcs. Those are tieflings. It's above the orcs. There's like a whole section for monks, I believe. Should be around here, I think. Yeah, there you go. There's a couple monks. No, not this. Those are like craftsmen. There we go. There's some monks with staves. Some of these might pique your interest. If you see any you like, you tell me. If you don't, then I will just pick the default. Anything's better than vanilla, right? I'm kidding, I'm kidding. Nothing wrong with liking the vanilla ones. I like this one a lot, personally. The other one with the stick behind him. Let me keep going through the list of all the monks I have on file. And then we'll go back to the one you mentioned. And I think that's the last one. Okay. The one with the stick behind him. Was this the one? Or was it... that one, was it this one? There's a lot, they're all bold, Chan. Number 1. Number 2. On the far left, this one, there we go. Very bold, yes. Everyone loves their bold monks. There we go. There's a little bit of stream delay. Okay, not kineticist, monk. As much as I love kineticist personally, we're not playing that today. Quarterstaff master, I'm guessing. Of course they all have to be shirtless, they're monks! The monkey. Of course they have to be. Guessing you want some the quarterstaff master because you like the ones with the sticks. If anyone will actually give me like, I want specifically this class, it's gonna be Chen. Scarlet Fist. Scaled Fist, sorry. Scaled Fist, that's the charisma-centric one. Hold on, let me see. AC bonus is based on charisma. Okay. Right, because you get dragon style for free with it, don't you? Guessing human. Chen hates elves. Thankfully, I don't think we have a single elf in the party, so that's good for you. Where's the Bone Fist? Yeah, I know, right? Human, absolutely human, every time. Backgrounds, guessing it's Oblate and Martial Disciple. That would be my guess. Unless you pick, like, Wanderer for the sticks. What are the races in this game? Hello, Dark Souls 38. Let me just show you down the list. There's humans, elves, dwarves, gnomes. Ah, you've been gnomed, yes. Also halflings, half-elf, half-orc, half-angels, half-demons, half-rock, and half-vampires. Also half-fox. There's a lot of options. The Kitsune are actually really fucking good for monks if you make a dexterity-centric monk, because they get pouts for free as an ability, which is like normally something you have to like really work to get. Gnomification, yeah. Sorry. Gnorms are like horrible little troglodytes as well in this universe. So I'm guessing you want Martial Disciple, right, Chen? Just making sure. Backstory. Just regular monk. All monk, right? Street Urchin, okay. Which variant, though? Like, you've come from the gutter. That does sound like Chanted, doesn't it, actually? Guessing throwing axes? Mugger. You do seem like the kind of person that would mug people, wouldn't you? It's free to get your name in the game, just saying. Pickpocket. Alright, pickpocket gets trickery and stealth that are class skill. Also initiative rolls. Next is, I'm guessing, no intelligence at all. No wisdom. Right? If anyone knows their stat spread, it would be you, Chan, so you tell me. There's a little bit of stream delay, though. You have 3 street urchins in your party. It's fine. We all come from humble beginnings sometimes. It's fine. Who cares? If anything, that's probably easier if you were at an actual D&D party. If you all have similar backgrounds, it's easier to, like, band together. And have, like, an actual, like, feeling of fellowship if you all have the same background to your characters. 8 strength, 16 dex. 8? Not 7? Okay. 16 dex. 10 con. 7 int. 7 or 8 wisdom, and the rest in charisma. Okay. I have still 8 points to deliver around. Humanity naturally extincted, except for those who watch side effect character creation stream. Yeah, I'll definitely restart the stream. 18 dex, okay. Dex-centric monks. I still have 1 point to go around, so I'm guessing con? Or Wiz? That last point going anywhere does not change anything. That's the problem. Doesn't really matter where it goes. Hold on, actually, if I do this and then... Is this better? No, it's the same. It doesn't matter. I guess it doesn't really matter, does it? I'm more the kind that prioritize 7 strength, 10 wisdom. Okay. There you go. Just barely, like, fitting that in. Yeah. I'm prioritize HP more than anything. I'm guessing the points will probably go into Charisma and Dexterity no matter what, so you can get the higher modifier bonus, so it's like, it doesn't really matter where the last point go. But if there's still enough stats to go around. Let me actually take a look at what we are lacking in. Athletics is a bit lacking for everybody. Mobility is also lacking, so that would be pretty good. Yeah, you beat the other people we have in the party if we put that into mobility. Wolfram already has trickery pretty high, because he's using intelligence. Stealth is already covered by Lelen, although you could still beat them by 1 point. These already taken by me. 3 points in mobility. Right, I forgot about that. That's like kind of mandatory. 3 points in mobility is kind of mandatory for Crane style. Then afterwards it's just a matter of like seeing religion. No one has religion, so it has to be you. Yeah, 3 ranks into mobility. Right, the giant centipede can do the perception. I forgot about that. Can never have enough people with high perception for seeing traps. Ugh. +8, okay. Don't forget ADP, the all-important stat, ADP. I guess Persuasion would be good, because you never know when, like, somebody might not be available, like Rizio or Azriel. Actually, hold on. Is there not something else I could pick that's not already being used? I guess Stealth. Yeah, Stealth. Seems good, right? You don't need Athletics for dragon stuff, right? Pretty sure no. I think you do if you're not a Skilled Fist. But since you're a Skilled Fist, you can just get them for free. You don't need the Athletics, I think. I might be thinking of something else. This looks good enough. You'll go Crane, okay. Can I just pick Crane style for free here? No, it's just not here. Okay. We want Weapon Finesse for you, right? Since you're a Dexterity Monk. That functions with fists, right? Or do I need an amulet of, like, Dexterity fists and stuff? I forget, actually. I've never made one of those. Usually when I make, like, a monk, it's usually a Strength Monk. Fast Learner, because you're human, is available. Works for fist and needs amulet to inflict Dex's damage too. Right, okay. I'm not sure what to pick as a feat then. I've never made a Dex monk. Usually I go for a Strength monk. Weapon focus on arm. Right, right, because he did not have the backstory. That actually makes sense. Unarmed strike. There we go. And since you're human, you get a second feat. This looks pretty nerdish. Yes, yes it is. I'm well aware. Having point blank shot would mean that you could do ranged attacks. Though you usually dodge. Prerequisite for Crane style. Weapon finesse. Okay, weapon finesse it is. Okay, now you want Crane style, right? No, actually, you can just pick dodge here. If I pick dodge here, the next feat you grab could, Blind fight is also tempting. God damn. Definitely still want weapon finesse though. You know what? I think it might be better to just pick Crane style here because it's like, yeah, weapon finesse here, then Crane style. Then you can pick dodge some other time. Like at level 1, You just get a scaled fist bonus, so that you could just grab dodge there. Dex deity, I'm guessing, is Rory. Yeah, Nick dodge on the next feat, which can be this one. Guessing it's a Rory. It's always a Rory, isn't it? This is literally the monk god. Literally. Right, Chan? You correct me if I'm wrong. I can just go back. Guessing you go lawful good so you can dip into paladin, right? Because everyone dips into paladin when they go monk. Yes, Irori and I'm guessing lawful good to dip into paladin. So let me just go through the appearance real quick. Everyone loves to dip. I love dipping too, to be fair. There we go, that seems a little bit more like it, yeah. I'm terrible with, like, colors. With like, being able to tell colors. What is that? That's like a dark purple and then golden. There we go. Kinda wish you could pick which class armor you were wearing, but you can't. There's no beard, right? Yeah, no. Completely shaven. What's a serious thing? You know what? This looks very monkish. There we go. No eyebrows either, but it's fine. It's good enough.
I have no use for this.
This is my path.
Guessing you pick brave, right?
Forwards! I won't give up!
No, actually.
Defeat is not an option. I shall not falter. Our time has come.
Either that or aggressive. You seem like the kind of person that picks aggressive Chen, because you're Chen.
All this waiting bull. Let's hear you cry!
I have no need
There you
for
go,
this.
we'll pick Pious. And do you have a specific name, or should I just call him Chinitid?
Let us
This
press
looks
on.
good, right? Yeah, it should be fine. Pretty sure. I do like the Irori allows for, like, lawful good, which means paladins. I do appreciate that greatly. Chen of the gutter, indeed. It's just like, Chen doesn't have a weapon. He'll make do with his fists. That seems good, right?
Together we stand.
Get stunning fist for free. Weapon focus on unarmed strike. Weapon finesse. Crane style. Channeling tide. Wait, that's not a cleric. He doesn't get channeling, actually. Okay, Chedanius. This is difficult to pronounce, but I'll make it do. I'll just copy paste it, actually. There we go. Chanias.
Defeat is not an option.
Chanting tide? No, chanting is bards. There we go. Now that's technically a full party right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Plus me. So that's 6 total. Let me just level them up real quick. Just like keep putting points into whatever their strengths are. Pick dodge on this level. Everyone's level 3 now. You want to dip into paladin now, I'm guessing. So you've got that dodge. Actually, I probably could have picked dodge on this level. I mean, they did. Well, too late. Which variant of paladin, though, is the question. I guess I could pick Mata. No. Mata doesn't get Divine Grace and Divine Health, which is the whole reason of dipping into paladin. You're only taking, like, 3 levels at paladin, right? 3 or 4. Regular is fine. Yeah, regular would be fine, because you just want these two, right? Divine Health and Divine Grace. Just gonna make sure there's, like, nothing else that looks more appealing. Immune to fear, magical or otherwise. That does sound useful, actually. So I don't want to lose that. Divine Scion loses Might Evil, no. Enforcer, Hospitalia. Full says for like smiting chaos. Yeah, just for divine grace. You're not going for divine health as well? Actually, no, you're right. Monk also gets immunity to all diseases. Couldn't think of it. You're right. Let me see. What's like the most front-loaded variant of Paladin? This one actually gets a blessing, like it's a War Priest. Though you don't have any wisdom, so that would not be usable. Never mind. Pledges protection. Divine Guardian seems appealing, actually. Loses Lay on Hands, gains Guardian Hands. Can use the ability, number of time, half Paladin level, plus charisma, blah blah blah. 1d6 of damage as a standard action unless the Paladin targets herself or Divine Froth. Okay, that's actually very tempting as a tank. Like a Paladin, it should be a Monk tank. That's very front-loaded, actually. That's fantastic. Because you still get Divine Grace. But then you also get the ability to, the Pledged Protection. There you go. Once per day, Pledged Protection. So, yeah, you just... I think you take the damage for them. A Blessing is like putting fire on a weapon? No, a Blessing is like the ability the War Priests get. Basically, it's based on what you've got. Based on, the god you follow in their domain. Hold on, let me just skip through this real quick. Let me just skip ahead. Yeah, it's based on the domain. So it's like, it's a wisdom-based ability that War Priests get. It's like the Cleric ones, except their selection is a little bit more limited. It's based on wisdom, which I'm pretty sure you have 0 of. So that would not work with it. Which is why I was thinking Divine Guardian, so you can, like, take damage for other people. Since you've got, like, that high HP. Not high HP, but the high AC. Yeah, it's literally one of the War Priest blessings, is basically what that is. Which is interesting. The War Priest blessings are more or less the same as the Cleric ones. Right, what's the feat we're grabbing then? We've already got Dodge, we've already got Crane Style. What else are we going for? Humans get Fast Learner, which is tempting. Improved Initiative. I'm trying to think now. I haven't made a monk in a bit. Toughness is always tempting for me because I like having high survivability. You can't use Piranha Strike with Fist, can you? Don't think so. That would be dumb if you could. Blind Fight is always useful, though. Channel negative energy. You can use it with Bare Fist. Do you think that would be useful, though? All melee attack to gain a +2 to all damage. That is very tempting, actually. If we can get that one amulet that lets you use damage for dexterity. Not early game where it's harder to hit things, yeah. That's what I was thinking. Combat mobility. Hold on. That's the one that requires dodge. That's for moving in and out threatened area. That's not that useful, actually. Deflect arrow is tempting, though. When you have at least one free hand holding nothing. Yeah, that seems good, right? Pummeling style, maybe? You've already using crane style. I was under the impression you could not use 2 styles at the same time. Yeah, exactly. You're already using crane style. So I was thinking deflect arrow. Attempting to deflect an arrow does not count as an action. That seems right. Either that or History of Terror. Or Iron Will. Yeah, and you know what? I'll just pick Deflect Arrow, because a lot of enemies use arrows early on. And that's Chen taken care of real quick. Let me go from the back, actually. Let me start off with Xead's character here. Eldritch Scandal, just focusing more on magic stuff and roguish stuff. Alright, what do you need for... I've saved a screenshot, didn't I? of it. Yeah, Arcane Trickster requires Trickery, Mobility, Sneak attacks. Trickery, Mobility, Sneak attack, and that's it. Knowledge Arcana, that's another one that you need. Okay. Just as a reminder, I need to remind myself. It's fine. Just to make sure I've got the requirements for Arcane Trickster for Xids. Perception and use Magic Device. Rogue Talents. What are Rogue Talents again? They're like ninja tricks, basically, if I recall correctly. Unbalancing trick, underhanded trick, weakening wound. When making a sneak attack against a damage that has damage reduction, character's attack can reduce the damage reduction for 2 rounds. That's interesting, actually. I might grab that. Does not provoke attack of opportunities when standing up or from prone. Move at full speed while sneaking. Tempting. Minor magic. Is this stream only character creation? Yes. Fast stealth does sound cool, but it's like... Stealth is only useful until you start combat. Then it's like, less useful. Mystery Seeker. Do you already have Knowledge Arcana? Yeah, you already have Knowledge Arcana as a class skill, so that's not that useful. Opponents damaged by this character's sneak attack cannot make attacks of opportunities for 1 round. And then it allows learning Confounding Blade. When a character with this talent hits a creature of melee weapon that deals sneak attack damage, the target cannot make attack of opportunity. Okay. All demons have damage reductions, so someone that can reduce it would be helpful. That's right, I forgot about that. I keep forgetting that this entire, like, playthrough is going to be fighting against demons non-stop, so I should, like, mentally prepare myself for that. Spells that you have access to. Color Spray. That would, like, dizzy people, right? Each creature in the cone... stunned or blinded, and possibly knocking them prone. That does sound useful. Trying to see anything else that's, like, not already available for other people. Penalty to dexterity equal to 1d6 per 2 caster level. Can this actually cause fear? This does actually cause fear. That could be useful. Any turn that an enemy is not spending attacking you is a turn well spent. Corrosive touch earns in Pathfinder, if only. No, it's just an element type. Acid is what corrosive touch is for. He does look like the kind of person that would cause fear, doesn't he? There we go. Okay, you still need the stuff for Arcane Trickster. Still need more Trickery, more Mobility, and then another level of Sneak Attacks. Then more Knowledge Arcana. That'll be available at level 4 then, I think. Same deal. Quite a bit of spell resistance. Any spell that ignores spell resistance are very special. True. So I'll have to remind myself of that. Trying to think. I'm not sure why Channel Negative Energy is available for Rogue. I think that thing might be bugged, so I'll just avoid that. Exotic weapons. You've already got the thing that's like... Cantrips Expert's Intelligence, yes. Okay, just making sure. Piranha Strike, that does actually seem useful for you in this case. +2 bonus on all melee damage roll. Okay, that seems useful here. Alternatively, 2-weapon fighting. Is it possible to get pet? Yes, but kind of awkward. Let's see, animal companion. Boon companion. No, actually. Not anymore. Not after... well, you'd have to, like, go into another class for that. And if you're already going for Arcane Trickster, there's not a whole lot of Arcane class that gets pets at all. So if you want to go for, like, that Spellcaster Rogue type deal, I don't think there's any option for that. Hold on. I vaguely recall, nature, lore nature. No. Don't think so. Yeah, there's one from a Mythic feat, but I'm not quite there yet. I'm not familiar with the Mythic stuff, personally. Can open your webcam for a pet dog. I don't have a pet dog. Spell penetration. Your spells break through spell resistance more easily than most. +2 bonus on caster level check. Made to overcome a creature's target spell resistance. That does sound very appealing, so I think I'll grab that. Yes, indeed. Let's see, finesse training. You wanted... What was it you wanted to use, Xids? Was it rapiers, I think? There's also dueling sword, elven curved blade, a stock. Currently, we only have a rapier, though. Ninjaku, punching dagger, rapier. This proves Side's a cat person. I'm actually not that fond of either cats or... like, either cats or dogs. Rapiers and sticks. Alright, let me grab a rapier. I think club is somewhere in this list, right? Like, once it's picked, though, I'll have to respec file and change it. Light mace. Bites, claws, daggers. No, right, Rizio was the dagger one. Kukri. What is your backstory again? It's pickpocket, so you don't have the Kukri thing. Light hammer, light mace, light pick. No, there's no sticks in there, actually. Wow, I'm kind of surprised. Could have sworn there would be. Hello, metal cats. Cats! Yeah, it's a lot harder to walk a fish, isn't it? Let me try to think of, like, what's another spell that could be useful. Reduce person is tempting. Because that increases dexterity. Unarmed wouldn't work, right? No, it wouldn't count. That would be literally punching people, though. Penalty to strength. No, actually, like, this is called finesse trading. Which is like, you're basically making it so, like, any weapon you pick here starts to scale with dexterity for damage instead of strength. Like, that's the whole point of, like, putting 3 levels into Rogue. And why everyone puts 3 levels into Rogue, usually, is for finesse training. Except for monks, because there's an actual amulet that monks can wear. That's like, your fist just scale with dexterity, so you don't have to waste 3 levels doing that. I do like rats. It's true. Rats. Rats. We are the rats. Sorry. I'm not gonna sing the whole birthday mixtape. That's gonna get stuck in my head if I do. I'm trying to think. These two are interesting. Weakening enemies. Target is sickened for the spell duration. Just debuffing the enemies. You fucking rat, man. I still can't believe that's some hate mail somebody sent me. This seems good, right? Okay, that's Zid's taken care of. There's Selen's halfling with a bow. For the most part, I was thinking about keeping mostly everyone just like 20 levels into the same thing, unless somebody wanted something very specific. Don't think there's like Eldritch Archer in this game. No, that was in Kingmaker. There was a mod for that. Wait, no. Nope. Hold on. What are our priorities? Perception. Yes. The stuff that, like, no other party members have. Chen has the stealth, so he can, like, make up for that. Same for mobility and athletics. Pretty sure you need mobility to, like, go in and out of, webcam when? I do have a webcam, it's just that I don't have any lights. That's kind of my problem. I play in the dark, because if I turn on the lights in my room, like, I can't see my screen very well. Can get Eldritch Knight and give them a bow. Yeah, that's true. Or levels in Zen Archer as well. But then that's not the real thing, though. It's not the same. Precise shots, so you can shoot inside of people engaged in melee. I'm trying to think. Acid Maw for the animal companion's bite attack. You know what? Actually, no. Actually, I do have the webcam. I got it ages ago. I mentioned it, but it's like, no one's ever asked for it since, so I didn't mention it again. Entangle is tempting, actually, just to, like, prevent people from reaching us. Yeah, Goose is the only person that commented on the fact that since I got the webcam. Where I'm just like, hey, I got the webcam, and Goose was like, please do not turn on the webcam. And I'm like, perfectly understandable. Have a nice day. Low will save, sleep, stuff like that is good. True, actually. I probably should grab that. Point blank shot is tempting. She's gonna be hanging back, though. Well, actually, that still works within 30 feet. Please turn on the webcam. Nobody wants to see that. Besides, I'm in my goddamn pajamas. No one wants to see that. My room is a mess. My TV is just sitting there next to a fucking container of Nutella. Excuse me, hazelnut butter, not Nutella. There's my fan back there. There's like this grocery bag that I just left there. Nobody wants to see that. Nobody wants to see that. I can assure you. Halfling. When fighting defensively, your dodge bonus to AC increases by 2. That I actually want that because, like, if you're ever gonna be in melee range, we want that. Show us the filth. No. Oh. If she's ever either that or deceitful. Is there anything else like racial like feat? Because these are always interesting. Let's see. No. No. I have to fucking like go to the list and see which ones are which. Persuasion and trickery skill check. No. Saving throws. Persuasive. No, it's persuasion. Precise strike, rapid shot. Skill focus, spell focus, stealthy, no. Two weapon fighting, no. Well, she definitely has the dexterity for it. Yeah, fighting defensively is like really awful, so having that one, which is like specifically for halflings, is tempting. A crane-style halfling sounds like really fucking good, actually. I'll have to think about that. Hello, Azrael. I'm like almost done. I'm just like leveling up people back to my level now. I'll actually be playing the video game now. More. Do we have access to sleep? No, it's like the shitty spell list, isn't it? Of course it is. Of course it is. Magic Fang or Acid Maw? Could I put Magic Fang on, like, Chenetid for the unarmed strike bonus, I wonder? Probably not, but it would be interesting if I could. Apparently Side and Chen are taking this seriously. I am, of course. You gotta take Pathfinder seriously, unlike D&D. Which is kind of the issue a lot of people have with Pathfinder. Let me level up the centipede. Do we have a name for the centipede? Right, I also have the thing that adds classes for animal pets. There's regular animal companion. There's one that is like gains power attack and bleeding strike. Bully can trip. I do love tripping, I will say. And bull rush. A bulwark is like tankier. That's for horses though. Daredevil. No. Death Touch? No, that's for undead stuff. Racer is high movement. Wrecker is under armor. I'm thinking either Bully or Aggressa. Since this is centipede, it's already gonna be poisoning people. If it could trip people and bull rush at the same time, that's actually... You know what? I'm gonna grab that. Perception matters the most since it's a centipede. Stealth 2. Mobility. I guess athletics? I'm trying to think of what else could be useful for an animal pet, because I'm pretty sure they cannot interact with dialogue. So I have to pick other stuff. I guess actually persuasion, because I do have the ability to intimidate enemies. So having high persuasion could be used. Lots of athletic checks in the game. True, but I don't think animals can take them. Last I checked. Pretty sure, at least. Right? Animals cannot take athletics checks, right? Besides, there's already Lelen at +8, so you know what? I will take Persuasion. Even though it's not helping much, it's still helping a little bit. It's for intimidating enemies. You hate all pets? I love seeing a party of, like, everyone has a pet, though. Let's see. I do kind of want blind fight on the pet. Because, like, I don't think I'm going to be fighting hidden enemies particularly often, but... Does an armed strike... Does the animal's attack count as an armed strike? I don't think so. No, there was no webcam. There was no webcam. That's a lie. I will not show my webcam. Once per round, when your mount is hit in combat, you attempt a mobility check to negate the hill. I don't know if you have to put that on the mount itself. I'm not sure. Toughness is also tempting. It's either toughness or blind fight. I'm taking toughness. Yeah, I'm taking toughness. What's a name for Selens? They get claw attack. Right, they do. So unarmed strike is not it. Tickles, Prudence, Pearl, Zenith. It's a good name for a pet, for a centipede specifically. Selen might be too busy to tell me. I'll have to... Midnight seems very fitting. Doesn't it? For centipede? Midnight? Right? Yes? Probably. Yeah? No one said anything, so I guess I'll pick midnight. Trying to get through this as quickly as possible. It's very difficult. Worst case scenario, I could just rename them using the fucking cheats. It's fine. Yeah, let me just level these up real quick. Leveling up the pets real quick. I'm not sure where to put this last one, though. Yeah, Persuasion. Right. Leveling up pets is very easy, because there's nothing going on here. It's basically might as well be auto-leveling up. Strength and agility to send foe crashing to the ground. Making a trip attack. Add your dexterity to your combat maneuver bonus. Right. Pretty sure they have dexterity, right? Yeah, it's a centipede. They should. Vehemently against the webcam. I do have the webcam there. It's just that it's very... It's ugly to look. There's nothing good to see here. I'm in my pajamas. My room is a mess. I can't have the lights on, otherwise I can't see the screen very well. So it's like, yeah. I have the webcam. I'm just not sure about using it. Lelen has an animal companion suitable for mounted combat. Okay, that's good. That means that you can indeed mount him. That's good, actually. Since you're a halfling, you do count as small, so you can go on top of this guy. Yeah. Okay, cool. Just making sure. There's Azrael's paladin that I made. What was the thing? It was Persuasion. Right, it was Persuasion. Leveling up's a lot faster. I think I'll just stick to a pure paladin for now. For Azrael. Then I'll consider mixing and matching with other classes later. Can I have the weapon focus for... Where is it? Greatsword? Right? I think it's... You know what? I'm gonna save real quick before I commit to this, just to check. Just to make sure. Pretty sure it is Greatsword. For the Bastard Sword. pretty sure. Weapon focus, great sword. That should allow you to use them with one hand. Exhausted, frightened. Remove second. Only for 3 years! That's a very long time. That's a very long time. Trying to think which one's the most common ailment. I played the first chapter of this game, and I think I got more debilitated by more often than not, it was shaken, I think, and frightened. So getting the ability to remove that would be nice. Let me check to make sure. I can just reload that then. If I put a great sword in your hand now... No, okay. I could have sworn you could one-hand a bastard sword. It's an exotic... That's right, I'm thinking about great sword. They're different, I'm an idiot. Yeah, I'm stupid. Never mind. Never mind. For some reason I got great swords and master swords. Like, I thought they were the same thing. I'm an idiot. Still, should be... I'm pretty sure you can wield a bastard sword with one hand. And still have the shield in the left hand. If you have the proficiency with it, I'm pretty sure. Currently, just got a regular straight sword, currently. Think about webcams, you're scared that most of it will prevent sight from acting, voice acting. No, actually, I do a lot of hand movement. That's the whole reason why I wanted a webcam in the first place, because I do a lot of hand movements and stuff. Like, when I'm just talking here. Like, whenever my mouse is not moving, I'm in the middle of doing weird gestures and moving my hands and stuff. Right, no, I need exotic weapon focus. Exotic weapon proficiency. There we go. Bastard sword. I will need better lighting though. Like I said, if I turn on the lights in my room, I can't fucking see. Let's see if I put on. No, you still cannot wield it with one hand. Never mind. Okay, it has to be a longsword then, I suppose. That's a shame. That's a shame. If I want the shield thing, it needs to be a longsword, which I guess is perfectly fair. Like this. Okay. Let me reload as to not waste that level doing that. I think your webcam looks fine enough, Chan, honestly. Yeah. It's like, it doesn't need to be too high res, it just needs to not be blurry, honestly. Because, like, if you're just going to be in a corner of the screen, you don't need to look that good. The only time you care about a very high res webcam is when you're, like, you're going to be doing the thing where you swap to, like, showing... Apparently my character's appearance did not save, that's kind of annoying. It should update at some point, though. Yeah, Hospitalier. It's more healing-centric version of the Paladin. We're all used to non-face cam. Another thing that I wanted was a VTuber avatar as well. That's another thing that I wanted for a while, but it's like, I'm gonna take care of that soon. I promised myself that I would. I just need to design a character for it. Extrally on hand, because Paladin. Show that longsword you found in the shield maze to the blacksmith here? I did not, actually. Let me still take Shaken, so I can pick Frightened next. Go PNG tuber? That was the plan for now. Then maybe update to something bigger. Next is finally, the last one is Rizio. Let me remove that stupid hat. My god, I hate that thing. Let me also get you a dagger. I've got like 20 million daggers, don't I? There you go, for Riz. I could probably get him double weapon fighting. Couldn't I? Like double daggers? But then I need to make him dip into rogue. To get him the weapon finesse, right? No. I would need to completely respec Rizio to like remove that, because that's no good. If I make him dip into rogue. What is the name of the thing again? Can you get finesse training Chenetid? You would know this. Can you get finesse training any other way than rogue? Actually, maybe ninja. Ninja's like a edited version of... Yes, you do get finesse training. And ninja gets... key abilities. It's fine. I know softwares for doing that. I do quite like the ninja modded class. This is why I wanted mods. Ninja is interesting because it's like it gets key abilities like a monk, but it uses charisma. You can use a mythic feat that gives you the same thing. Okay, in that case, I'm not gonna bother trying to respec Rizio. I'll just have to make do with the shitty damage for now on. For now. And just like keeping an in possessed oracle. Trickery, persuasion. Made him fire oracle. This might be like a terrible idea, but... Cantrip expert. He's using charisma, right? Yeah, he's on oracle, so that's charisma. Okay, what are our options since we're using the fire oracle variant? Burning magic. Whenever a creature takes fire damage from one of your spells, it catches on fire, dealing 1 point of damage per caster level at the beginning of the creature's turn. So it's like over time fire. Your base speed is increased by 10 feet, and you ignore terrain. Fire breath as a standard action, a cone of flame, which uses oracle stuff. That's actually kind of good stuff. Actually, I'm kind of surprised. I usually always go for like nature oracle. Yeah, ninja is a really interesting class, but I don't know if I'll get the opportunity to use it in this playthrough. Actually, I could use ninja with Chenetid. I could use ninja with Chenetid. I could do that. Let's see. Swift action, you can cause wave of heat to radiate from your body. 1d for fire damage per 2 oracle level. To all creatures. That's not good. To all creatures. No. Especially because you're probably going to be flanking people constantly. Touch of flame. 1d6 of fire damage. That's just like touching people and turning them on fire. That's tempting. I'm thinking burning magic just from the get-go for Rizio. What are some fire abilities we don't have? Fire belly. Burning hands and fire belly. Okay. I think that's everybody. Yep, that's everybody. We're not gonna touch these fucking nerds. Okay. Wow. That took a while. It only took 3 hours! God, Pathfinder takes a while to make builds. Okay. Okay, let me just restart stream a little bit, so when I upload these to YouTube, it'll be a 3-hour-long video of just fucking build making. And then, like, the next stream video file will be the actual gameplay. Let me restart real quick.